to Selman Field here in Jacksonville, Florida on a gorgeous night, nice breeze. Captains are coming to the center of the field. And I'm Galen. You know what? I'm joined by Adam.
Hey.
Adam, we are just moments from kickoff. And,
yes, we are.
You know, what are your thoughts going into this game? We've talked a lot about the defense. We've talked about how this offense is clicked. But the one thing we really haven't touched on is the special teams.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. I was talking about the wind earlier. Special teams with the idea of we got a good look at the punter for Providence here.
Yeah.
Maybe something plays into field position early in this ballgame. It's definitely a big thing we saw last week with the way Trinity Catholic's defense held their own, and it didn't matter field position because the way they were able to stop them. And to see if whether or not Trinity Catholic can carry that into this week on the road, that'd be a little challenge for them, but it'd be good.
Yeah, and again, this wind, it's a 10-yard wind.
Yep.
For any kick, whether it's a kickoff, punt, field goal. And right now they're drawing, they flip the coin, and the captains are out there. And again, it's going to be a big deal as Providence wins the toss, and they're going to defer to the second half, which means the Celtics are going to take the ball. Corey King's out there.
Okay.
King Red's out there. And John Glenn. By the way, if you're ever going to have anything in the middle of the field, you want to bring John Glenn. The man is just a big human being.
What a presence, right?
Yeah, that's what you want. So it's going to be a great night, and we're just moments away from kickoff. And again, let's get back to those special teams. The special teams, 10-yard difference, and so now Trinity's going to be going into the wind, unless it has changed, because it has been swirling.
Yeah.
It's kind of more of in our face. It's kind of coming across the field. And the Celtics are going to work from our right to our left as they receive the ball first. Both teams are on the sidelines getting their final instructions. And the Providence Stallions are still in their side of the end zone, about to run out through their tunnel. At least it's anchored down. I know the Celtics have been struggling with their tunnel all year. But it seems to be pretty anchored down. Our sight lines in this press box aren't the greatest thing in the world.
We're going to make them.
So we're going to we will conquer and overcome and all that stuff. But there will be times where it will be a little hesitant on the call. Plus, with this double wing, you got to be patient anyway. And tonight, you know, the whole year has been about Tony Bruton for the Celtics, leading them on the ground. As the coach mentioned, they had almost 700 yards of offense. Mm-hmm. A lot of that was called back because of some questionable calls by the officials.
Oh, yeah.
But I expect Tony Bruton to have a monster game. Last week, Corey King rushed for 2 touchdowns.
Almost 3. Almost the hat trick.
It should have been a hat trick. I still don't know what that call was. But I expect deuces to be wild again for the Celtics backfield. And I expect big things as the Stallions are just pumping themselves out as they come through a pink banner for breast cancer awareness. And Adam, I speak for you. I believe I want to save second base. I'm a big believer in second base, and I want to keep it.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do that. And the Stallions have taken the field, again, without their leader on offense. Their starting quarterback is out for the game. And in his place is a youngster in Carson Beck. He's got a cool name, if nothing else.
Beck. That is strong.
Carson Beck. Yeah. So, their Stallions have finally decided they're going to huddle up and get their final instructions. The Celtics have been on the field waiting for the kickoff return here for a few minutes. The Providence Stallions are wearing all black from head to toe. Black helmets, black jerseys, black pants with white numbers. And the Celtics are wearing their white jerseys with green pants and, of course, their customary golden domes. So into kick for the Providence Stallions is Jacob Young. Young is going to do the kicking duty, and again with this wind now moving from the Stallions left to right and the Celtics right to left, we'll see if this has any kind of an impact on the game early on. That side wind makes it difficult to make those long throws.
Yeah, and again, could come down to field position with that wind depending upon a kick.
And back there, it's going to be a squib kick, picked up right there by Montez Leith at the 30. He gets hit and is brought down immediately, and it'll be 1st and 10 Celtics on their own 30-yard line. Squib kick, and I'm pretty sure the Providence Stallions decided they didn't want to put the ball in Tony Bruton's or Corey King's hands, who are back deep.
Exactly. And I think Trinity Catholic, give them credit, I think they were ready for that all along. Stood their ground there pretty good. Now we talked about field position, not a bad start.
No, here we go. And so King Red's going to come to the center, come to the line of scrimmage with the rest of the Celtics. And again, this offensive line is getting better and better every week as they get healthier and healthier every week. They come to the line, and of course, Red is going to be in the shotgun all night. To his left is Corey King. King's going to get the handoff. He heads over the right side. Patient run. Puts his head down and gets about 1.5 yards. That'll set up 2nd and 9.
Foundation play right there. Why not? The ball into your playmaker's hands. Get some yardage. Let's move the pylons here if we can with, the yardage markers here with something doable on 3rd down.
Yeah, if you're going to run that double wing or run the ball at all, you got to run those 3 plays, the dive, the ISO, and the belly. Mm-hmm. And they got to establish that. 2nd and 9. And there's the snap. They're going to give it back to King. King heads to the left side, gets hit, tries to keep his feet moving, and gains maybe 0.5 yard, and they're going to call that 3rd down and a long 8.
It'll be a long 8 there. I say give credit for the defense for a little penetration on that one to stop Corey King. Looked like he put a move on him, but at the same time, they held the ground.
Yeah, interesting that Corey King's getting the first touches instead of Bruton early on. And again, in that backfield in the double wishbone, they're trying some new things here. Got some new people out there on the wing. I haven't seen Robert Rim yet. Montez Leith is on the wing this time. And it's going to be a direct snap to King. King tries to get a block, but it is blocked and blown up right up front by the Stallions. That's going to set up a 4th and 10 as they lose 3 on the play. Really nice play there defensively by the Stallions as they swarm to the football.
Bodies on bodies there. Looked like the O-line for Trinity Catholic missed just a couple there on that sweep end around. It looked like I couldn't get the number there for Providence, but he's made 2 tackles here so far already.
Yeah, so that's going to bring in Ryan to do the punting. And again, that right to left wing really in our face, but it's going from the right to the left. Good snap, kick is off, high hanging end over end, kind of a wobbly spiral. Going to be picked up by the 31. He needs a block. He gets over the 35 and is brought down right at the 37-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Stallions.
Great coverage there by Trinity Catholic on that punt, getting down there high hanging. Great punt actually into that wind for them to get down there and cover that.
Yeah, John Goodwin there on the return. But it's 9:54 left to go here in the first quarter. First opportunity for the Celtics defense to show what they have. And I will tell you this, if the Stallions have nothing else, they have depth at the cheerleader. They're 42 strong. If they start tumbling, we're in trouble. All right, and so they're going to run the ball on 1st down, and they're going to run it over the left side where Christopher French gains 4 yards. That'll set up 2nd down at 6. Again, pom-poms moving and everything else, and I get distracted. But first quarter still. I got a lot of time to get my head right. All right, so the Stallions are going to come to the line with Beck under the center, I formation. Back deep is Christopher French. They're going to throw a little ball to the flats, and it's well handled there by NTN, but he doesn't get knocked out of bounds, and he fights it, and he's going to go all the way into the end zone. Everybody stopped. Robert Rim was there, and I think he thought he went out of bounds, but instead that's a touchdown, and that is a 50-yard touchdown run and catch by the Stallions to really put a shock into this Celtics team. 40-yard. Wow, nice play there by Christian Rawlinson. He kind of ran a little flat route and had a one-on-one and beat him. And I think they thought he stepped out of bounds, but the ref said no.
They had bodies on that outside. Looked like we might have had him, but made a good move. Up the sideline it goes.
Untouched. All right. So Young is in to kick the extra point, and it's good. And just like that, plays in offensively, and we've been bragging about this defense after back-to-back shutouts. They allow a touchdown on the first time the Stallions touch the ball. That's a shocking play right there, Adam. That's one of those that they're going to look at it and go, wow, what happened?
I'm looking at a little bit there, too. Like I said, they had the outside pretty well covered, it looked like, Galen, and then just found a hole there just between the arms of the defense of Trinity Catholic and the sideline. Maybe tight rope that pretty good there for another 30 yards.
And that was Mallory Will, or Will Mallory on the reception. Big play there. Went for 60 yards. One pass, one touch. Cameron Beck can breathe a little easier now with 9:07 left to go. Are they saying that extra point was no good? Oh, it's no good. Looked good from here. All right, so it's 6-0. That point could come back to haunt the Stallions. And so now Young's going to put his foot into the ball, and back deep for the Celtics is Robert Rim. He's got a little payback on his mind after the last play. He got beat there for that touchdown. Nice end-over-end scattering kick right up the middle, and it's picked up right there by Isaac General, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Celtics at their own 32.
1st and 10 for the Celtics.
We'll see how this plays out. Something we didn't expect. Something so quick from Providence to put points on the board, and now the offense having to play behind. Let's see how they can handle the pressure here, trying to get themselves a good drive here going after their first possession. Didn't really pan out to be much.
And this defense has played lights out for the last 3 weeks, and that's one they're going to wish they had back. All right, so here we go. Red is in the shotgun formation. To his right is Bruton. They're going to give it to Bruton. He heads up the middle, gets a block, puts his head down, spins, and gains about 3.5. That's going to set up second and about 7.5.
When this happens, though, you stay with the game plan you had in mind. You just keep letting it work, like you were talking about, running the dive, maybe going back to the option, whatever it takes to stick with the game plan that you had. There's nothing to panic about now or anything like that.
Yeah, long bus ride. Maybe they got the jitters out now. They bring Jordan Lewis into the wing on the left side. Bruton's 2 Reds left. He's going to get the ball, head to the right side, needs a block, puts his head down, somehow finds 3 yards on the play. That'll set up a 3rd and 5. As the wind is really starting to pick up, it's right in our face now. 8:18 left to go. Ball sits right at the Celtics 37 as they trail 6-0 here at Selman Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Red calls for the snap in the shotgun. Bruton's to his left. They're going to fake it to Bruton. They'll run an option to the left. They're going to pitch it to the wide man, and that ball's on the ground. And that is a fumble as it went right through Calvin Neal. I'm sorry, that's not Calvin Neal. It's the other one. It is Christian Torres. Christian Torres had room to run, but he wanted to run before he had the ball in his hands.
Ball security, we were talking about that early in the game. Maybe, like you said, maybe the road trip itself already kind of getting our heads. Looked like he looked his eyes up the field. He did have room there to run, but you got to catch that ball first.
Yeah, fundamentals. Nick Ryan back into the game. He's going to kick it from his own 25. He puts his foot in the ball. End over end, kind of a low kick, received at the 28 by the Stallions. He breaks the tackle, gets to the 40, and is knocked out of bounds at the 42. Coverage was a little slow there, it looked to me. And again, I don't think this field plays the same for everybody. I don't think that's been a factor yet, but it could be. Could be. Good position here again for the Stallions after back-to-back 3-and-outs.
Here we go.
Last time the Stallions had the ball, they scored on their second play. So Beck comes to the line in an I formation. Back deep is French. French gets the ball. He heads to the left side and is met immediately at the line of scrimmage for maybe a gain of half a yard. That'll set up a 2nd and a long 9.
2nd and a long 9. Leg number 6, Cody Kopp on the tackle on that one. This is where the defense now has a little challenge themselves. We were talking about the offense, but now let's see what the defense can put together here with a good stop there on 1st down. And let's see if they can continue here.
Yeah, let's see what we can do here defensively. Now they're going to stack 2 wide receivers to the left side I formation. They're going to give it to French. He heads to the left side, needs a block, but instead is met by Robert Rim. And that'll be another no gain, 3rd down and 9.5.
Bodies on bodies. Good coverage there by Trinity Catholic on that end around for the defense there to come in, make a good tackle. That was a good tackle, which is something there on the last possession for Providence there that missed tackle, and then you got a
broke one tackle,
play.
went 60 yards.
Yep.
3rd and 9, 6:50 left to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 Stallions driving. Beck is in shotgun. He's going to give it to French on the draw. Fakes it, throws the ball over the middle to a wide open tight end, and he's going to gain 38-yard lines and bring the ball all the way into the Celtics territory at the 25. Again, somebody should cover that young man because he's having a career day. Will Mallory on the reception. Good throw there by Carson Beck. Carson Beck is a big fella. He threw that little wide dump, tight end dump, and it was open in the middle of the field.
Good play action.
You have your lights on.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Ball set to the 26-yard line. Stallions driving on their second possession, already up 6-0. Shotgun, Beck looks to his left, fires into the flats, has a man, and he catches it and is brought down immediately after a 4-yard gain, though. It looks like Montez Leaf there on the tackle.
Yeah, good tackle there in the open field to keep it for only about a 5-yard gain. Wide open there in the flat. What kind of defense are they playing there with the pass coverage?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, it's that, and I say that jokingly, but the Celtics play this kind of a hybrid defense where they put different people in different places. Right now, the Stallions are just quicker.
Spreading the field like we talked about.
Beck is going to give it to French. He's met in the backfield, breaks the tackle, heads to the left side, and is near the first down, and they're going to give it to him. That's a 6-yard gain on the play. Looked like it was busted in the backfield, but he kept his feet moving for a first down, Stallions.
Trinity Catholic making good penetration to get there in the backfield. You just got to wrap them up.
That's going to bring us to the water break, and you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
Scenes on here. All right, so here we go. 5:35. Welcome back to Jacksonville, Florida. Stallions have the ball and they're driving. They're going to fake the handoff, throw it over to the middle again to the wide dump. And Mallory with another touchdown. He is just gutting this defense. The tight end, and I love the tight end play. But the wide dump, this time they faked the handoff to French and they threw the dump. And Mallory's got 6. And this young quarterback, Carson Beck, looks calm as can be.
Yeah, you can be calm when you're throwing to a 6'5", 210 tight end.
Yeah.
But good accurate throws that are keeping it right over his shoulders, right over the defense.
And here's the extra point, and it's up. And they're looking at each other, and it's good because I missed the last one. So it's 13-0 Stallions. And let's just keep it here for a second. I think the Celtics need to go back to the bus, get back off the bus, come back out here and start over because very quickly they're 13-0.
I think it's just a little bit of execution on the defensive side. We saw a few missed tackles so far. They're getting penetration there in the backfield to make plays, but they don't necessarily seem to be wrapping them up to bring them down. Now, I will say, good play calls here so far by Providence to get that tight end open. I don't know. It looks like Trinity Catholic's going to have to make some adjustments there on defense. But right now, let's see what the Trinity Catholic offense can do. Let's see some more progress here than we've seen in these last 2 possessions.
Yeah, we haven't seen the tight end play like this against the Celtics, and maybe the Stallions were able to see something on film. And really, they are just gutting them on that. Everything's within the hash marks. They've thrown the dump. They threw the flanker screen where the tight end went. Kind of got out there in the flats and tried to beat somebody one-on-one. He is obviously a stud. So here we go. Young is in to kick again. Another squib kick. And it's going to be offsides against the Stallions, so they'll push the ball back 5 yards. That was headed to, again, Montez Leaf. And I'll be shocked this time if the Celtics don't try to run that ball back instead of just falling on it.
Right.
You're down 13-0.
And there's room up front when that happens to maybe at least get another 10 yards. And right now, 10 yards is huge.
Yeah, because they need to start going on offense. And again, for whatever reason, the Celtics offense is always starting slow. But, the hope was that maybe they could get going after a really good performance last week. And they played excellent against IMG 2 weeks ago where they were down 9-0 at the half, and we weren't sure how they were going to come back. But here we are 5 minutes into the first quarter, and they're down 13.
Might get a chance to run this one back.
They should have good field position. Let's see if the Celtics can do anything with it here. Young points to both ways. He gets the signal from the ref, puts his foot into the ball, and it's another squibber. Picked up by Leith. This time he picks it up in the air. He's at the 40, 45. He breaks a tackle. He's over the midfield. He's at the 30, and he's knocked out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Good field position for the Celtics, and that could be the spark they need to get going. They're going to mark him out at the 25.
Just like we were talking about, make a play on that ball. A little squibber, but we got room to run. He found room to run there right through that line. Man, all right, here we go.
Yeah, Montez Leith, just a junior, 6 foot 160, but he is fast. So now King is going to come out. King Red, that is. He's going to come out, and with him to his running back partner will be Tony Bruton. And Etienne is also in there, and the wing back on this formation is going to be Jordan Lewis. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads to the right side, tries to break the tackle, but gets knocked down after a gain of 3. That's the best first down they've had all night.
Yep.
Second down and 7.
Still trying to stick to that game plan, but now you got the field position here, to get inside the red zone here and put some points on the board.
So they're going to get the call from the sidelines. Nose huddle here for the Celtics again tonight, with Corey King in at the tailback. He goes in motion. They're going to run an option. Instead, Red keeps it, spins, dives ahead, gains about 4 on the play, and that's going to set up third at about 1.5 yards.
Third and doable. We talked about it before. The offense needs an opportunity on third down to move these chains here, and that's what they set themselves up here for right here, right where you need it. Big third down here coming up, Galen.
They need to execute here. They need a big play as they all look at their wristbands now.
Fitbits.
All right, so again, King is the back to the left now, and they're going to option it to the left. He's going to cut back up the middle on a little counter tray. He pulls ahead. He's going to be held short. I believe it's going to be right at the stick. It's going to be 4th and inches regardless, and I am sure they're going to go for it as Tony Bruton comes into the game to replace Corey King. With only 1 yard, this is a chance for your 6'2", 185-yard senior to make a play. They're just going to go in shotgun. Bruton is to his left. 4th down here. They're going to give it to Bruton. He heads over the right side, and he's got it. He's got more. He's got 5 extra. He's inside the 10, and he's met by a whole herd of Stallions.
Having trouble bringing him down. That's strength right there.
Now, the group of Stallions is easy. That's a herd, right? I mean, we've had some trouble. I don't know what you call a bunch of Celtics other than a clan, right? But a Stallion, I know what a bunch of Stallions are. And we have the Pirates, which is a crew.
That's right.
And they remember the Ascenders? I still don't know what that is. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10. They're going to call it outside the 10. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads over the left side. And he cuts it back up the middle for a gain of 2. That'll set up 2nd down and 8. 3:18 left to go in the first quarter.
That was a big play on 4th down. Both sides, both teams, big play there. And thank goodness we got Trinity Catholic to come away with a better end on that so far here, and continuing to move the football here so far on a good drive.
Sure. 3-minute mark now in the first quarter. Bruton is to the right. He's going to get the handoff. Heads up the middle. He's got an end zone touchdown, Celtics. Wow, what a difference field position makes.
Huge. As
the Celtics put a nice little drive there together after the good return by Montez Leith. They punch it in from the 25-yard line. After a 10-yard run by Tony Bruton, it's 6-13.
Got ourselves a football game again, buddy.
Scoreboard says 6-0 Stallions. Not quite right, but Nick Ryan's going to come in for the kick. He's looking for the snap. It's down, and it's up, and it's blocked. And I mean, it was smothered. I'll tell you what, somebody's got to block George. Is that George? No, that was that's the wrong layup. Who was that? Because that Jacob Larson. I'm not sure how a 6'4", 285-pound lineman comes through untouched, but he was there before the ball was put on the ground. And that's going to be another missed extra point. Somebody's got to block him. But with 2:50 left to go, the Celtics get on the board. It's 13-6.
Good rest for the defense now with a good, strong drive from Trinity Catholic. Now we got points on the board. Now we got a different football game. We got a football game now. Now it's up to the defense here for Trinity Catholic. This defense here,
I'm trying to eat a burger.
Yeah. I just now saw you take a bite of that. Looks good.
It is. You know the great thing about going to a field like this, everything's slightly burnt, right? I don't care who cooks it. It's always slightly burnt.
And so far, the defensive backfield for Trinity Catholic's a little bit burnt.
They got burnt. But it always has, you know what I'm saying? It's a, it's not a backyard grill because I would make a better burger in my backyard. But, it's cooked by some dude. He's cooking like 500 of them tonight. And you can tell. It's not like anybody's going to bring it back. Oh my gosh, this burger's horrible. There's no tip. But anyway, here we go.
Beef, salt, bun.
That's it. Salt. Man, that's extra. All right, 250. Nick Ryan puts his foot into a high pooch kick. Boy, that ball went up in the air. It's fielded to the 10, and Prince brings it over. He's to the 25. He's met by a couple of Celtics, breaks a tackle, gets all the way over to the 35 before Nick Ryan makes the play right at the 36, and that's something you never want to hear is a kicker make the tackle.
Missed tackles again here. Just a matter of wrapping them up and bringing them down and staying with it. I don't know. This is it's a little test here so far for Trinity Catholic.
I wonder, the Celtics, and again, these are high school kids. 2 weeks ago, they had homecoming. Last week, it was senior night. This week, their travel, it's a 2-hour bus ride, people. I formation for the Stallions. They're going to give it to French. He gets a tall sweep to the left, and he runs ahead, and he's met by a bunch of Celtics, but not until he gains 4 yards. That'll set up second down and 6. But back-to-back high-energy weeks at home. Now you come on the road, and there's 20 Celtics fans, 25. I mean, we could probably count them all. It's just not the same. It's just not the same environment. It's a long road trip when you can hear it right here on WOCA The Source. All right, so back underneath the center is Beck. He's going to give it to French. He runs up the middle. He's brought down from behind after a loss of 2. That'll set up. They're going to give him right to the line of scrimmage. Good mark there by the officials. And by the way, no penalties.
Yeah.
Well, the one on offsides, and that was pretty obvious on the kick. But the flow is so much better when the officials don't make it about them.
And maybe that's something Trinity Catholic's not used to, and that's why maybe we have a little falter here. But so far, here we go. Big third down. Big third down for the defense.
Third
Just make
and 6.
a statement.
I'm gonna just say something. Cover Mallory. Cover 81. Shotgun formation. They're going to give it to French. He's nailed in the backfield. Knocked backwards. And it's a fumble. The ball is on the ground. And it's picked up by the Stallions. But he loses 5 on the carry. And I'll tell you what. Jordan Lewis came up and said, I want the football. I'm going to hit you as hard as I can. And he did. What a play. That may have been Dixon. Nope, that was Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis, yep.
Caused a fumble and almost got on it. But it's going to set up 4th and 11. Nice stop there by the Celtics defense as some adjustments seem to have been made. And the Stallions, they didn't throw the football. They tried to run it down the throat and just couldn't get it done.
Might be the last time they do that.
So now into punt is Young, and that's a high kick. It almost goes over his head, and it's blocked. And the ball kind of flutters to the sideline, and it almost hits the cheerleaders. That would have been diabolical. But they're going to call the ball going out of bounds on the Stallion side of the 50. They're going to call it where? Where are they going to mark it? 43 yard. Nope. He's still walking. He's going to put it at the 40. All right. That's a little advantage there for the Stallions because the side judge who was there wanted the ball all the way at the 46. And the ref's like, no, I got this call. I'm going to call it at the 40.
That was a good call because that was about 16 yards out of bounds by the time I got up to the 48.
Jordan Lewis got in there, broke that up, and that's another good field position here for the Celtics.
Huge.
In that running back now is Corey King. He's going to get the handoff, heads to the left side behind that huge offensive line, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of 1.
I like the play call there on first down after a big drive on their last possession, sticking to the game plan. Giving the playmakers the football there, Corey King. Not much room to run there. Good penetration by the defense of Providence. Man, boy, what can you say about the Trinity Catholic defense? A big step up there. Man, that's exciting.
16 seconds left to go in the first quarter. If they get it off, it will be the last play, I would assume. They give it to King, and then they reverse it to Rim. Rim heads up the middle. He's at the 30. He's untouched. 50, 10, 5. Touchdown, Robert Rim on the inside handoff on the double wing. And now there's a flag on the play as NTN rips his helmet off. I don't know if it was in celebration. I don't know who it's on, but I know it's a 15-yard penalty. And everybody is upset on the Trinity Catholic sideline. But the touchdown is good. So the Celtics have 12 now, and the Stallions have 13. but it is a dead ball foul. It was after he crossed the goal line, so that's going to move the kick back 15 yards. And what a little, that run, that they set it up, dive. This time, Corey King gets it. The defense, moves everything to the right side, and then they hit him back with that counter with Robert Rim, and he went untouched for 39 yards.
Playmakers getting the ball, making plays. That's what we're seeing. That's what that was. Found an opening, man, and gunned it. Boy, that kid's fast.
Beautiful, beautiful play there. Good for Robert Rim, senior. 6 foot, solid as a rock, 180. Redemption after that opening touchdown by the Stallions. All right, so they're waiting for the snap, and it's up. And it's almost blocked, but it's pushed to the right. But it's good. Had to wait because the officials were looking at each other. So now we've got a tie football game, and let's keep it here before the end of the first quarter. 13 Celtics, 13 Stallions. And it's been a tale of 2 halves of a quarter.
Huge.
And it's all been about, as we talk about, it's so underrated, field position. Celtics get good field position, they score. Stallions get good field position, they score.
Man.
You got to rethink the squib kick now, I think, if you're a Stallion.
I think so. With the wind at your back, see if you can't push that thing deep.
Yeah. And again, if it comes down to special teams, I'll put my money on Nick Ryan every time. Young junior. He was had a great flag football coach, as I said many times.
Would that have been you?
Yeah, it may have been.
Oh, just
But
checking.
now here we go. That 15-yard penalty is going to make a really big deal because the Stallions are going to get field position. We've talked about it all night. And we will continue. So the ball, instead of being kicked from the 40, will be placed at the 25-yard line.
I think I said earlier, wind at his back. I'm actually a headwind if we count here with the way the wind's going. And it's picked up a little bit here so far this evening. It's going to be interesting. Like you talked about field position. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, the wind is blowing from the Celtics right to left. It's a high pooch kick. It's going to be received right there by Brown at the 30. He heads to the left side, picks up a block, breaks a tackle over midfield before he's brought down on the Celtics side of the 50. They're going to mark him down right at the 48-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 to start the second quarter. You are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax, quality cars, outlet prices.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
All right, welcome back to Spelman Field, where the Stallions have it 1st and 10, and they put Mallory in motion. They throw the ball to him in the flats, and he breaks a tackle, and he gets all the way up to after a gain of 12. Somebody should cover the guy. He's 6'5", and he can run. And I love tight ends. I have one at home. And he's 6'2" and in 8th grade. That kid is an athlete right there, this kid, Mallory. Making plays all over the place, and they're finding a way to get him the ball.
Yeah, I like the play call here by Providence. They're using him all over. That was him in the backfield in motion on this one, not set on the end like he was those last 2 big plays he had. So they got him working all over the place.
So here we go. They're going to split the tailbacks as Beck's in shotgun. He drops back, looks to his right. He's looking for his favorite target, Mallory, but it's thrown over his head, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Rim. And Mallory, they put him all over the place. That time they lined him up outside the hash, and they were throwing with the wind so that ball could kind of blow it into the field so they could make a play on it.
Great coverage there, man-to-man coverage. That was fantastic. Stayed with him the whole way. Not much room for him to throw to.
I like this Mallory. He is good. All right. So now he is a senior, and so here we go. They're going to play from the shotgun. Beck waits for the snap. He's going to drop back, looks to his right, and again fires, and he's got a man wide open who catches it right at the yard marker. And that was wide open. Really soft coverage over there by Acone. Not sure what the formation was, but there was nobody within 5 yards of him. A better throw, and he could break that for a touchdown. Instead, it's going to set up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, which I want to go back to, like you said. So that was actually a good open field tackle to stop him where it was at, because he beats him. There ain't nobody left in the backfield.
Yeah, interesting. All right, here we go. 11:09 left to go in the first half. I formation for the Stallions. 3rd and 1. French is the deep back. He's going to get the ball, but he's brought down almost in the backfield. He breaks 2 tackles and turns ahead and gets the touchdown. And that's a play that Robert Lewis usually makes. He was in the backfield for a loss of 2. But I'll tell you what, French never gave up, kept moving, and then broke another tackle from Isaac General there.
And it's going to be good.
Another missed tackle, Galen. I think that's one statistic we're going to pay attention to a little bit so far tonight.
Yeah.
And again, though, you got to give credit. They're getting in the backfield. They're putting pressure on the offense when they're running the football. I mean, the pass, we're still working to figure out things there, but so far for the run game, we've got that pretty well matched.
All right, so Mallory is in the slot here. He's going to go in motion. The French is the deep man. He's going to get the handoff as he runs to the right side, cuts up the middle, picks up a block, and that's going to be a gain of 5. Call it 7 on the play. Good spot there by the official. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Providence quietly moving the football pretty good so far in this drive.
And they're able to do whatever they want. That offensive line for Providence is getting it done. And we haven't seen this against this Celtics defense all year. The Celtics defense has been able to make plays. We haven't called Dixon's name yet. He's playing guard. Or he's playing nose guard tonight. Haven't called his name. That kind of shocks me. 2nd and 4. Underneath the center, they're going to drop it. It's a fumble, and the ball's on the ground. And the Celtics are saying they have it. It's 1st down. Celtics after the turnover on the bad snap. Beck was in a rush to get out, and the ball got on the floor, and it was recovered by Montez Leith, I think.
Leith, I think it was Leith.
And I don't know how the ball got all the way back there, but the safety came up to make the play, and that's the stop the Celtics desperately needed because the Stallions were on the move.
That was incredible. You're talking about a 0.5 seconds from when that ball left the center's hand to where it fell on the ground, and we got it.
Yeah, unbelievable. All right, so tie game here as Red is going to go into the shotgun as they get the play from the sidelines. Acone's going to be the wing back on the right. And the deep back into the game is going to be Bruton. As he lines up to the right, he goes in motion. They're going to run the option. King's going to keep it. Red, that is. And he puts his head down and gains 6 on the play. And that's just a quarterback lead. I love that call because if you can run that, it opens up this entire offense.
Yep, absolutely.
2nd down and 5 for the Celtics. As Red had that option, but he saw a little opening there, and that's all you need is that flash of color, and you keep it. Shotgun formation. Bruton is to his left. They're going to give it to Bruton. He heads to the left side, cuts it up the middle, keeps his legs pumping. Offensive line and the defensive line meet forces, but not before Bruton gets a gain of 7. That's going to set up a 1st and 10 for the Celtics.
God, you got to love that. Always keeps his feet moving. What did you call it? A herd, a swarm, or whatever it takes to get this young man to the ground. That's another 1st down. And now Trinity Catholic moving the football. That's what we want to see.
Nice play. We haven't mentioned the offensive line there, but that was Folsom, Kwiatkowski, and the big man, John Glenn. They just moved that line. Also in there, Bradley Tibbetts is playing that right tackle position tonight. And that's where they're running the football. All right, here we go. Bruton's the deep back. He gets the ball. He heads to the left side, turns, dips, trips, tries to get something. And I guess after the spot, I don't know, that was a mass of human beings.
I thought he
lost 2 yards, but they're going to say he gained 3.
Yeah, I was going to say at least to the original line of scrimmage, but it looked like he got another 2 out of it.
The green pants and the dark green of pieces of the uniform, maybe that's what's making it an optical illusion is the Celtics are wearing green pants and white tops, and the Stallions are wearing the all black.
That's what you love about this Trinity Catholic. They just keep grinding. They're a grinding team, and that wears down whatever team you're playing, whether you're on the road or at home.
All right, so here we go. They're going to give the ball to Bruton. He heads to the left side. That's Corey King. Check that. He cuts back up the middle, tries to find something, but he gains 3 yards on what looked to have been a loss of 2, and instead he gains 3, sets up a manageable, I guess, 3rd and 5.
I'd call that manageable for sure so far with the signs of life we've been seeing with this offense now with two touchdowns on the board here.
Now let's see if the Celtics do go for it for 4th down, because that's been their MO all year.
Yeah.
But the Stallion defense, or I'm sorry, the Stallion offense has had the Celtics defense number. All right, so here we go. We got Robert Rim on one wing and Lewis on the other wing. Back deep, they're going to fake it to King. Red keeps it. Oh, nice option move to try to get the yardage he needs. He's going to be right at the stick.
He's right there.
And they're going to give him a 1st down, maybe.
Depends on the spider. They can make it measurement.
Maybe. No, they're going to give him the 1st down.
Absolutely.
What a fake by Red that was.
I almost was ready to catch it. I was ready for it.
When you run the option well and you do that full ball fake extension, the whole world reacts, and that was as beautiful. I love that. That to me is pure high school football. I'm not a big spread guy.
If I was a cameraman, I'm still I'm still catching up.
Wait, who's got the ball? You know when they do that, I love it. All right, so here we are, 1st and 10. As the Celtics have something going, they're going to give it to King. He heads over the left side, waits for his blocks from Folsom and Tibbetts, but he's going to be brought down after a gain of 3. And you got to love the offensive line, because Hunter Folsom had his guy pancaked a good 20 yards down the field, and that is just fun to watch, unless you're a Stallion. and if you're listening and you're a Stallion and number 3 is your son, I apologize for what Mr. Folsom just did to you. All right, here we go. Red's under in the shotgun. To his left is Brute. They're going to give it to Brute. He heads over the left side, gets hit in the backfield as there is a mix-up in the blocking scheme, and they're going to lose 2 yards on the play. That's going to set up another dreaded 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 here. I don't know. What was that play, Galen? What was that?
They were trying. They
miscommunication on like you said on the block. Then that was.
They have Mason Peterbank lined up as the fullback in the backfield, and he's supposed. It's kind of like an offsetting fullback, and he's got to pick that guy up because he came clean. All right, so Isaac General takes his place. They're going to run a top option to the left. They're going to give it to King. King tries to break a tackle, tries to break another one, but instead he loses 2 yards. Oh, and I think that was 2 instead of 22. So that, of course, will be Tony Bruton, and that's going to set up 4th down and 10, and Nick Ryan's onto the field for another punt. That's his 3rd of the game.
Looking forward to this one here. This has got his wind at his back now, and let's see where he can put this thing here. Good punt. We could pin him inside maybe even the 10-yard line here with the wind at his back. Could help out here pretty good. So far he's been punting the ball pretty well.
Sure has.
Into the wind. Let's see how he has it at his back.
Loyakona is deep for the Stallions. Good snap. Oh, he fumbles the snap, and Ryan's lucky to get it off. Wobbling kick, bounces to the 20, takes another one. It's picked up by Loyakona at the 15, and he's brought down right at the 19-yard line. Ugly kick. Not Nick Ryan's best, but the result is outstanding.
Yeah, we'll take that bounce any day. That was almost a 15-yard bounce.
And again, it's a weird wind. If it's coming directly across the field, maybe helping from our left to our right. Not sure. It helped the kick, though.
Yeah. Boy, field position might be it here. And, boy, it looked like Trinity Catholic was putting together something decent there, but give a little bit of credit to the defense here, the Stallions. And they're having a punt now here, and they've got a chance with, we're looking at within 5 minutes left in the first half here. And this offense here that is kind of tapered off. They kind of fizzled out here. The Stallions have the first 2 touches of their possessions, touchdowns. Now they started to fizzle out here. Let's see if Trinity Catholic defense has got it in and hold them. Let us get the ball back here before the end of the half and see if we can put points on the board.
And the Stallions were driving. They were inside the 20 before that fumble.
Yep.
Squelched their last drive. And it's all going to come down now with 4:52 left to go. We got a tie football game here in Jacksonville. We are at Seller Field, and I really want to thank all of our sponsors: Ocala Aviation, Verizon Wireless, Matt Wilkerson, Life South Community Blood Centers, and, of course, Automax. So the Stallions come to the field. It's 1st and 10, and they're going to give it to French, and he's going to be brought down after a loss of 1. Good penetration there by the Celtics. Jordan Lewis there on the tackle.
I was going to say Lewis.
When in doubt, call Jordan Lewis. All right, so that's going to set up second down and
17.
10 and a half. And they're going to go underneath the center in the I formation with French as the deep man. Mallory, his go-to guy's in the slot. He looks for him. He fakes it to him, and he's got a wide open man in the flats all the way at the 40, but he overthrew him. Looked like the wind pushed that ball. They did a little play fake to Mallory. And if I'm a defender, I go to him too. And instead, they had a wide open Bryce Hunter, and Beck just couldn't put the ball in his hands.
Yeah, like you said there, maybe the wind had a little bit to do with that. Now you got to throw into the wind here, and it's picked up quite a bit more here.
And again, it is coming directly across the field, and that's the kind of ball that deep out where it just pushes it out of bounds. Shotgun formation for Beck. To his right is French. He drops back, looks to the left, and he's sacked, and it's a fumble. And it is recovered by who? Who recovered it? The defense and the offenses are coming onto the field. The Celtics recovered that football, I think. No, they're going to call fourth down.
Fourth down.
The yard markers moved. That really threw me off. So I wasn't sure what to call, but they're going to say the Stallions recovered, but Jordan Lewis blew that play up. Now back deep is Bruton and Corey King, and there's a bad snap. He gets it off not a good kick. It's going to bounce at the 29, bounce backwards, and it's still bouncing backwards, and it's bounced all the way to the 15-yard line where it's touched and then picked up by Robert Rim for a touchdown. Robert Rim with an intelligent play. Not a smart play at all there by the Stallions as they just knocked it back. That doesn't stop the ball at all. That means the ball can be picked up and played at your own discretion because he knocked it backwards. It's a live football. And so that's 6 points for the Celtics.
I didn't see him down that. It was, like you said, it was just swap.
Hit it.
He hit it, but you got to hold him down.
Well, you have to hit it. You can hit it forward, then it's dead. But if you hit it backwards the way he did, it's a turnover. Wow. That's exactly what he did.
Wow.
And that's 6
What
points.
A heads-up play.
Wow, Robert, it bounced right into his hands, and he ran it in from 15 yards. Not the best punt. I think that's about a 2-yard punt. 3:25 left to go. The Celtics have taken the lead. And there's some hesitation. There's the snap. Kick is blocked. Nope, he got it off. I thought for sure that was going to be blocked. And instead, that's going to be good. And a
roughing the
kicker call. I don't know how in the world he got that through. 5 guys.
He got it through 2 uprights.
I got a little ahead of myself.
To the goalpost.
I mean, there were 3 human beings between the ball and the goalpost. And Nick Ryan works his magic. And the Celtics take the lead now. 20-13 is our score with 3:25 left to go in the first half. And what a turn of events. Jordan Lewis makes a big sack, puts pressure on him. And then the punt, which, I mean, the wind, not a good punt. It bounced and then took a 25-yard bounce backwards. The defender for one of the Stallions tried to down it. I don't know if he missed, but either way, the ball continued to go backwards. Ergo, it's a live football. Robert Wren picks it up right at about the 14-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage, and just runs it into the end zone. That's his second touchdown.
Darn near walked it in.
And I will tell you this, he won't get an easier one in his life. He's going to go home and say, thank you, Jesus. He's going to do all his Hail Marys and go, I did something right. Look at me.
What a huge turnaround here.
You don't coach
so
that.
Close to behind the half too. By what we're expecting to get the ball back with that punt and have to work here, that's a touchdown.
20 unanswered points now. You know, since about the 6-minute mark of the first quarter, the Celtics are just dominating this game, dominating time of possession, and most importantly, dominating the scoreboard as they're up now 7 by 7, 20-13. And after the 15-yard penalty, this is one of those ridiculous plays. So now Nick Ryan's going to kick it from the Stallion side of the 45, and I'm pretty sure Nick could kick it over the flagpole from here. Let's see if they go onside kick. This is a perfect opportunity for an onside kick because it only has to go 10 yards. Onside kick, and instead he pooch kicks it. It's picked up at the 20, and it's brought down there with a big hit by Corey King. And it's going to be Stallions football at the 24-yard line.
Wow, what a hit.
Love football. You have to love that. And I think Loya was the one who fielded that. He's like, I'm going to take this play off. I'm not going into offense for at least one. So I'm shocked. If you're just coming back in, just tuning in, it's 20-13 Celtics, and they have scored on special teams again. I formation, they're going to throw it to the flats to Mallory. Mallory breaks a tackle, gets a block. He's over the 30 and is upended right there at the 35-yard line after a gain of 10. That kid's special.
Corey King on the tackle of that one. That's how you tackle a big guy like that. A great open field tackle right there.
Cut down the tree.
Absolutely.
And remember this name, everybody, Will Mallory. He's a senior, and he is a handful out there. He's going to the U? Really?
Nice.
Well, then, if you're in Ocala, he's going to be throwing to a guy who played a Vanguard last year. And so they'll become best friends. All right, and they're going to give it to French. French runs it up the middle, breaks a tackle, and gets 4 yards out of nothing. And, again, that Mallory is talented, and I like what the University of Miami is doing, even though they beat Florida State. But everything else has been good. What are you doing over there, Adam?
My head's spinning. I had to fix my headset because it's spinning so fast here with the way this game is taking a storybook here. Just Trinity Catholic Celtics.
2nd and 6. I formation. 2 wide receivers to the left. And they're going to give it to French. French heads over the left side, and he gains a yard and a half. And that's going to set up 3rd and 5.
Wow.
What is Brett telling you over there?
Just how quick this game is going. When you don't have the penalties like we talked about last week, the momentum of the football game can move fluidly.
Yeah.
And so far, the excitement so far, we've only had about an hour of football, not even.
Our reporter from the Jax Times Union just knocked on wood for us, so we're covered there. I formation, they give it to Fritz, and it's a fumbled snap. And now Beck's in the backfield trying to get some help, and he's met by a clan of Celtics. He's lucky to get back what he did. He goes back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 5, and that's going to be 4th, and they'll call it 9. The wheels are starting to fall off this bus for the Stallions.
Credit comes into the Trinity Catholic defense here so far, just the way they've stepped it up after allowing those 13 points.
Apparently they went back on the bus and came back on and reset it. And that is so hard to do. So they're going to go for it here with 1:32 left to go in the game. The ball's at their own 36-yard line. Big play here. And they're going to hand it off. They're going to fake it. They're going to roll out to the right. They're going to throw the ball deep. And they have a man, but he catches it. And they're going to call that a catch inbounds. What a beautiful play by Cody Kopp. Coach's son kept his toes in. Great play there by Beck. Great confidence in the coaching staff of Jeff Kopp, who's the head coach. His son just made one heck of a balancing act there on the sidelines. And that's a 1st and 10 with 1:19 left to go. That is a momentum changer. Big shotgun formation. French to the left. Beck drops back. He looks to the right. He fires back to Kopp again, who's double covered. And that's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there by the Celtics.
Great coverage. I don't know. A tough throw to make there with the 3 Celtics.
Yeah, Cone was there. Robert Rim was there. My man Smurf was there. I mean, they're Smurf, Mike Brennan. He's a Celtic. I told him I'd give him a shout out today. Now you owe me money, Smurf. All right, so here we go. What do they call it? Why do they move the football back?
Holding.
Oh, they're going to call holding from the spot. That's a brutal penalty in high school football. So they're going to call the holding was at the Celtic side on the 46, and they're going to move it all the way back now to the Stallion side of the football to the 44. Man, that's a big penalty. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 with a country mile. Beck fires the ball to the flats, and it's deflected at the line by Etienne.
Yeah.
And that's going to set up 2nd down? Second down, and let me see if I can figure out how far here. I'm doing math.
His ears are burning.
25? 24 and a half?
Smoke coming from his ears.
35. All right. 38?
38.
28.
28.
All right. Oh, and the Stallions go quick. They're going to throw the ball to the left side, and it's incomplete. Again, intended for
Cody Kopp. Yep.
Cody Kopp.
He was a little bit open there. He was open in the flat. Just a little bit better pass there is what they were asking for.
All right, third down. The down marker is throwing me off. All right, third down again. 3rd and 28. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 2 up top. Beck drops back. He looks to the right, fires over the middle for Mallory, and it's broken up. Well covered there by Calvin Neal. And a flag comes in after about a good 15 seconds to think about it. And they're going to call pass interference against Calvin Neal. Late call.
Little late call, yeah.
Right call,
Right
but
call.
it was late.
Yep.
But that's going to be an automatic first down. And it's just a 15-yard penalty. They're going to call, where are they going to mark this from? All right, there we go. Going to mark it from the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. That's a big 15-yard penalty.
Now
It's not an automatic first down.
Yeah, that'll replay the down there, 3rd down.
3rd and instead of 28, it'll be 12. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Nearly back to the original line of
All right,
scrimmage.
so here we go. Beck drops back, fires to the left. He's got Mallory who catches it. He's at the 30. He breaks the tackle and is upended right there for 2 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage.
Great tackle by Corey King. Might have held him short of the sticks, I thought.
You can't cover Mallory. That kid's a player.
They're going to give him the first down on that, yep.
He's going to have fun over there playing with Quezzy from Vanguard.
Man.
All right, so 51 seconds to go in the first half. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the top. Beck looks to the bottom, fires into the flats, got a man, but it's dropped. Intended for Kopp, and it is Kopp, and it's dropped. That'll set up 2nd and 10, 43 seconds left to go. Both teams do have 2 timeouts. Celtics lead 20-13 with 43 seconds left to go in the half. 2nd and 10. Beck looks to the sidelines for the play. 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the bottom. No tight end, no back. He drops back, looks over the middle. Jordan Lewis breaks him up. He flushes to the right side. He's going to keep it. He's got 5, and he steps out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Great pressure in the backfield there, Jordan Lewis.
And that'll set up 3rd and 4. Jordan Lewis has to maintain that containment.
Yeah.
Now.
Yep.
Can't let that guy get outside because Carson Beck.
He can move.
He's got wheels. He's a very athletic quarterback. Bradley Carter, who's out with an ACL and is the normal starter, must be good to start in front of this kid. 3rd and 6. He drops back, looks to the left, got Mallory, of course, who's wide open. He's at the 10, and he's brought down at the 12. He was at the 15 and brought down to the 12. That'll be a first down for the Stallions as there's a flag on the play, and I think that one's coming back because it's right in the area of holding, but I see Stallions clapping. Let's see what they call here. Personal foul. Hands to the face against the Celtics. Little insult to injury there, but it was a first down anyway. And now the Celtics just have to rise up as this wind begins to freshen. And the Stallions have called the timeout. And while we have a timeout, I really want to thank our sponsors. And it starts with Ocala Aviation. Thank you very much for flying me here tonight.
You got it, buddy.
Appreciate
it. We got one coming back, so
Brett
hopefully
didn't crash us. That's a good thing.
we have a tailwind on the way back, too.
Yeah, we should make good time. Also want to thank Life South Community Blood Centers. Life South, thank you very much for allowing me to do this. And please, if you love high school football, go thank them. Roll up your sleeve and say, hey, thank you for supporting high school football. And also Verizon Wireless. My man, Matt Wilkerson, I brought your equipment back. But thank you for all you've done for allowing us to do this broadcast. And, of course, Automax. Right on the corner, right on the price. Quality cars, quality prices. 30.2 seconds left to go here in the first half. Stallions are inside the goal line. They're at the 6. It's 1st and 6. 1st and goal for the 6. Beck looks to the right. He's under pressure. He breaks the tackle. He's going to go into the end zone. Hits the pylon. What's the call? It's a touchdown for the Stallions. And again, the Celtics do not contain Beck. And he runs around the left side for a gain of 6 and puts the Stallions on the board. An extra point away from tying this up with 23 seconds left.
Great penetration and putting pressure in the backfield, but you got to contain. You got to contain. Boy, that guy's got wheels.
I'll tell you what, that was an incredible drive there by the Stallions.
It just started this first, I was going to say that the way this game started is the way this first half is going to finish. Just intense here.
38-yard pass on that fourth down made the difference. There's the snap, and the kick is up. Wait, and it's good. We haven't gotten one right yet. I thought for sure that wasn't good. But they tie the game up with 23.5 seconds left to go.
Maybe that wind helped wrap it around.
Stallions playing really good football here in that the first half. It's not over yet.
5 seconds left. It's 20-20.
Yeah, with the way this game's going, 23 seconds might be something else pretty special here. Man, what a game so far.
And let's not forget, just so we can set a scene setter for the future, the Stallions will get the ball to start the second half. All right, so the Stallions are taking their time getting back to kick it off. They huddle on the sidelines and then run, and they're going to kick it from the 40. Back deep is Corey King for the Celtics. And again, they've been squib kicking. 23 seconds with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I
Clock
see it coming.
stops on a first down.
Into the wind, I see it coming again.
You know,
but same thing. Pick up the ball.
last week they let Nick Ryan try a 57-yarder.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can't get something miraculous happen. It seems to have happened every time the ball has been put in the air with somebody's foot. And they're going to do another squib kick right at somebody, and that's Isaac General. That could be an extra 15 yards as he was hit in the head. But nice recovery there.
Yeah, not a bad field position here with 22 seconds to go.
No, I'll tell you what,
Almost
Christian
less than half the
Torres
field.
made a great job of stopping that ball. That ball was pounded right at him, and he was able to hold on. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 49,
Here
22 seconds left.
Here we go, wind at your back too. Maybe we can get this couple plays, get ourselves into a field goal position.
Trinity does not like to throw the football. They threw it, 3 times last week. They haven't put the ball in the air yet this week.
With 2 timeout stuff too.
Let's see what Sturdivant dials up here. Let's see what he allows Red to do. In the backfield is going to be Bruton. And Bruton's going to get the handoff, and they're going to end around a rim. Rim runs over the right side, picks up a block flag on the play, and he's gained 6, but they're going to call holding right there on Big Hunter Folsom. And that one was easy. And now there's 15.8 seconds left to go, and instead of 2nd down and 3 from the Stallion side of the 45, it's going to be 1st down and 20. All the way back at the Celtics 40. They're going to mark it at the 42.
42.
So the Celtics now call timeout.
That's not a bad thing to do after that penalty. That's like knocks the wind out of the sails a little bit. Regroup.
You take a knee in this wind.
You think so?
Yeah, I think you're going to take a wind. Let's be honest. You're on the road. You rode 2 hours, 2.5 in that bus.
Especially, with you mentioning the Stallions getting the ball back the second half. The defense are going to have to come onto the field here at the start of the second. Yeah, maybe taking the knee might be the best bet.
I think that was a nice little play with the reverse to Robert Rim. It was there.
Yeah.
Hunter Folsom dragged the kid down. But I think now you just say, all right, let's go to halftime. 15 seconds left. Let's put the band on the field. We'll go over here in our corner and talk. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do. But I've been shocked many times because Coach Sturdivant, although he's a defensive-minded coach, he is not afraid to go into his bag of tricks. So Red's going to be in shotgun. And they're going to give it to the up back, and that is Isaac General. He breaks the tackle. He's over midfield, and he's to the 44-yard line. 10 seconds left. The clock's running. Sturdivant calls timeout. They're going to stop it at 7.1 seconds left to go. Interesting play there as the General ran it right up the middle on the direct snap. That caught the whole planet unaware. Wow. He was able to gain 15 on the play. Now, no more timeouts for the Celtics. 7.1 seconds left to go. I don't think there's any more timeouts, right? So you are not in Nick Ryan field goal range. You're not in
even with the strong wind at your
you're
back.
not
I
in
don't think
Jan
so.
Sturdivant's field goal range.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the ball's sitting at the 44 with this wind. That would be a 62-yarder.
About the only one I know who could kick that is like Sebastian Janikowski
Well,
or
he's
something.
retired. Grew up in just down the road.
Just down the road.
I-95 South at Daytona Beach Seabreeze. He was all. I got some stories. So, calling a game with the Vanguard Knights, and in the background you hear this boom, as I'm interviewing the coach. Boom, and it was Sebastian Janikowski, and he goes, "That kid can kick one from 67," and he was a sophomore. All right, so they're going to roll out the pass. That looks deep, throwback screen. Dude's got to make 5 guys miss, and he doesn't, and he loses 5 yards. But into the first half, smart, safe, could catch a nap and play. But that's the end of our first half.
And what a half it was, boy.
Oh, we're going to talk all about it. Score is 20-20. Celtics and the Stallions are all tied up, and you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy, and there are plenty of ways to tell how you might be a redneck. For instance, if your truck is bigger than the Bloodmobile, but your house isn't, you might be a redneck. But if you have a heart as big as a Bloodmobile, you might just be a life-saving blood donor. Seriously, I am a Life South blood donor, and I encourage you to give blood too. Patients in our community rely on Life South blood to save their lives. Call 888-795-2707 or visit www.lifesouth.org for donor center and blood drive information. Remember, the life you save might be a redneck you're related to. Thanks.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
We all know the importance of good health, but we may not know the latest advances in medicine that are available to us. Monday at 9:05 a.m., Bern Paresa will be our roving medical reporter to tell us about Seven Hills Gastroenterology PA and Dr. Reddy. We will discuss screening techniques and more, so tune in and listen. This is more than news you can use. It's news that could save your life. That's Monday at 9:05 a.m., right here on The Source, WOCA.
Buying and selling? Then you know about OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's internet marketplace. But there's something you might not know. I'm Michael Warren, president of USA for Sale. We created Ocala for Sale in 1998 with a passion to connect buyers and sellers and to help local businesses reach shoppers online. On Ocala for Sale, you're just a click away from thousands of deals for real estate, rentals, cars, furniture, appliances, horses, pets, and more. Looking for a job? Our Help Wanted section is booming. Shopping the Villages and beyond? Now you'll find great deals on Villages for Sale, as well as our new statewide classified, Florida for Sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check our listings every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the internet marketplace? USA for Sale can help you reach your target audience in Ocala, the Villages, and statewide. There's no better place to reach shoppers than right where they shop. Let us show you how. Learn more by calling 352-629-1663 or visit us online at usaforsale.com.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Spelman Field in Jacksonville, Florida, where the Trinity Catholic Celtics have driven all the way up here to the northeast part of the state from Ocala, home, the horse capital of the world. Mm-hmm. But the Stallions are playing one heck of a football game themselves here at Providence School.
Yeah,
where the score's tied 20-20 at halftime, and I'm Galen Udall, joined by my man Adam.
Yep.
And Adam, let's talk about that first half.
Wow, lots to talk about here so far. What we didn't expect right away out the gate, the Stallions, big run for a touchdown. We maybe thought maybe a toe out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. The big question is the tackling for Trinity Catholic. And that first play, a couple missed tackles, a big run for a touchdown, and then on the next possession, another score for the Stallions. And comes down to a few missed tackles and stuff. Trinity Catholic's defense, like you talked about, needed to get back on the bus, to come off the bus, to get ready to play, basically, from what we had seen with a little sleep in the beginning.
Well, I'll tell you what, the player of the game so far is number 81 for the Stallions, Mallory. That kid is having one heck of a football game. And thank you for the Jacksonville Times-Union. He's giving us some stats. He's had 6 catches for 140 yards. Young man's going to the University of Miami to play with Nkosi Perry. Played at Vanguard last year, another Ocala boy.
And it makes sense. Tight ends out of Miami's big when you talk about the history that's come out of there, and that kid will fit in well. 6'5", was it 210? That's a big kid.
And he's got a frame that could be much bigger.
Yep.
He's got incredible hands, great feet, and he is open all the time. And so what's that caused to do is the Celtics are now double teaming him.
Yep.
And now the Stallions are starting to mix it up and throwing it to Koff.
Yep, and he had a great catch that we've seen there, keeping a toe in bound.
That final touchdown you can attribute to that one play. It was 4th down and 15. They were backed up in their own goal, in the shadow of their own goal line. And Jeff Kopp said, "Look, my boy can catch. You throw it to him, he'll catch it." And he kept his feet in. What a beautiful, beautiful play.
Yeah, we've seen now these offensive players for the Stallions. Not to take anything away from either the quarterback, who we've been talking about, has got wheels, and the Trinity Catholic defense getting penetration, putting pressure on it. We've seen it there with the strip that looked like maybe we covered Jordan Lewis, and that led to the crazy sorts with that pump, like you talked about early in the game. Man, it came down to special teams and a special heads-up play on his behalf to pick that ball up and pretty much walk it into the end zone. But going back to it. The wheels on the quarterback for the Stallions with that touchdown that he had there right before the half. They're spreading it too.
Yeah, and so the Stallions band is on the field, and they're good 18 deep. You would expect. I mean, they have. I'm not kidding. 40 cheerleaders.
Yeah,
and 18 band members, and 2 flag girls.
That shows you.
Apparently, you're either a football player or a cheerleader. But it really has been an incredibly entertaining first half. And if you would have told me at the start of this football game, if you said, Galen, at halftime, these teams are going to put up 40 points, I'd have laughed. I'm like, I don't know how that's going to happen. Here you are, Carson Beck. He's the starter only because Carter Bradley is out with an ACL. How good must Carter Bradley be?
Yeah, right.
Because Beck, is having an incredible first half. But again, I think I'd look pretty good throwing to Mallory. And on the offensive side of the ball for the Celtics, they've got 114 rushing yards. They're doing what they want to do. That's led by Robert Grimm, who had that long run for a touchdown on that little wing reverse, which is becoming a real beautiful play for this football team.
And I was going to show you that there's poise for the Celtics. That shows it right there. They stuck to their game plan, even though they were 2 scores down, right? They stuck to their game plan, and they saw things starting to open up because they were patient. And they were able to get on their 20 unanswered points, if I'm correct, right? 20 unanswered.
20 unanswered.
And that shows, how well, the mind game is with these coaches trying to keep these boys consistent and sticking to a game plan and watching it work, not abandoning anything, not panicking, and sticking to it. I think it starts on the defense side of the ball. It did for Trinity. I think with that stop that they had, the fumble down was inside the Providence's red zone there to possibly score, go up another touchdown. But they got back in the backfield. They made some plays happen, and the next thing you know, boom, that punt that started on a defensive side, getting him tucked back where he had to punt that ball out of the end zone.
Right.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, these Celtics, they have to make some adjustments. They need to make some adjustments because the Stallions have been able to execute whatever the heck they wanted to execute tonight. You know, the only thing that stopped, and you talked about, was it was a fumbled snap, and the Celtics recovered. And so let's see two things. Can this Celtic offense adjust and continue to keep up the scoring that's going on by the Stallions?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the defense can do to shut down this Stallions defense, because they're getting it done in the running game and they're getting it done through the air.
We've seen the adjustment of them trying to double team the tight end, but even so, there's still different plays that Providence is calling to move him around in the backfield in motion and work a few different angles with him overall. So there's not just 2 or 3 plays to stop with that tight end for double coverage. There's more that you have to change, more that you have to adapt to.
When you have a good tight end, a talented tight end like that, it just completely changes your offense.
Wow.
You know, I mean, you think about like a Rob Gronkowski in the NFL, or all those Miami tight ends for years that they had. And Mallory is that guy because, like you said, they put him in the backfield. And when they put him in motion, and then they throw that little that ball to the flat, it's really a screen. It's counted as a running play. But it's really just a screen pass to the tight end. And now he's got a head of steam. He's going to beat you.
Yeah.
So really, really entertaining first half. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're listening because, you know, I really want to thank our sponsors who allowed us to be here, and that starts with Ocala Aviation. We had a great flight.
It was, man. It was a pleasure to do that. I tell you what, that's something to look forward to the end of the week. Is coming up here, not only just getting a chance to call a football game, but flying to do it, man. Those are 2 passions.
Oh, is he really? No kidding. I know Mike Mallory, who's the former assistant for the Jaguars. I remember that. Oh, that's awesome. All right. It's good to have a newspaper guy sitting right next to you feeding you stats. So read the Jacksonville Times-Union. But again, I really want to thank also Verizon Wireless. Verizon Wireless, Matt Wilkerson's the best. If you need a new phone, buying a phone is like buying a car. It's so darn complicated.
It's gotten to that point.
You go into the showroom and they say, well, what would you like to have? Would you like this SUV that's got all the options?
Right.
You don't really know.
What can we do to get you into this phone?
And then they put you in like a 60-month payment plan, and you walk out of there so confused you don't even know how to turn the thing on. Right? Not with Wilkerson. Not with Matt. He gives you the best network, Verizon. But more importantly, he brings the phone to you. He gives that personal service. You don't have to worry about the showroom. You don't have to worry about taking a number. None of that. He comes to you, and he takes your old phone and puts it into your new phone and teaches you how to use that new phone. Amazing. So if you don't have a 12-year-old at the house, you can call Matt because your 12-year-old will figure it out. He just won't tell you what you did. Matt will tell you how to use it, which is probably even more important. Also want to thank Automax. Our Red Zone tonight has been brought to you by Automax. Both teams scoring 40 points. I would have never seen that. But at AutoZone, you can see some great cars. Great quality, great cars, great customer service. Go there, check them out. If you're in line to buy a car, start there because the second a new car drives off the lot, we all know it's not as valuable. But at Automax, they have great cars. So go check it out. And also Life South Community Blood Centers. Give the gift of life. Donate blood. Well, you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on Dan Martone's WOCA, The Source.
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
What do I do now?
After 911, don't worry, call Fakuri. Fakuri Medical and Chiropractic, treating auto injuries for over 32 years. Same-day appointments, immediate medical attention, all under one roof. Don't worry, call Fakuri. Go to bestinjurycare.com All auto insurances are accepted. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take your call. Car accident? Don't worry. Call FCurry. BestInjuryCare.com.
October is by golly the best tree planting month of the year, and the place for trees is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Here are a couple examples of the savings. Bob has a huge number 15 live oak, regularly selling for $249, marked down by almost half, just $129. Or how about a number 15 red maple? They're regularly $299, but Bob Wine's truckload tree sale price just $179. Extra large trees, hundreds to choose from, start as low as $79. And then there's citrus, a gigantic selection, about every type of citrus you can imagine, not $39.99, but just $24.99. And larger sizes are available for just $79.99. Come check us out during our Gala 65th anniversary sale now at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, open daily till 4, Saturdays till 2, in the same blooming place for 65 years.
DeFio's Paint and Auto Body is your one-stop auto body shop. DeFio's is dedicated to seamless body repair and custom paint jobs. DeFio's Paint and Auto Body is well known for the finest quality car dent repair, auto glass repair, car paint, and collision repair for any vehicle. DeFio's staff is ready to promptly respond to your call. They offer free estimates, can help with rental car arrangements, and can work with your insurance company on all claims. And they will do all this for less. But what really separates DeFio's from everyone else? A lifetime warranty on paint. You heard right, a lifetime warranty on paint for as long as you own your car. They really are that good. DeFio's Paint and Body has been in Ocala for more than 25 years. So the next time you get into a fender bender or want that used car to look new again, call on the experts at DeFio's, 854-2220. That's 854-2220. Or just stop by the shop on Southwest 38th Street, just down the street from the airport. When you want the job done right, call DeFio's, 854-2220.
Welcome back to Providence School here in Jacksonville, Florida, where the Providence Stallions are all tied up with the Trinity Catholic Celtics and the cheerleaders of the Stallions, which are a good 40 deep.
Yeah.
Brett's over here. I think he's counting them.
Yep.
Brett, do you have 40? Did you count 40 cheerleaders?
We asked
I don't know. You can't hear.
We asked him to keep stats, folks. These weren't the stats we expected him to keep.
But, you know, again, whenever there's cheerleaders flying through the air, I get distracted. But, again, the Celtics and the Stallions are having a heck of a football game. And just seconds away from kickoff, and the Celtics are stretching to our left in the end zone, and the Stallions are stretching to the right as the 40 deep. It's got to be 40. Could be 50 by the end of the game. I mean, they're multiplying the cheerleaders. I've
15,
never seen that many
18,
cheerleaders. Like, if you go to
21,
an NFL game,
26.
if you go to an NFL game, they have like 30. They have like 30. I'm telling you, they are deep here in cheerleaders. All right, so we are getting ready for the kickoff. It's 20-20. Heck of a football game, Matt. What is the one thing the Celtics need to do in order to pull this win out?
I gotta bust your bump for a little bit. Call me Matt now twice.
Did I call you Matt now twice?
That's okay. If you like me
Matt
better as a
Wilkerson,
Matt, I guess that'll
Adam.
Man,
Man, I am horrible. I called Larry Dan like 4 times. Adam.
Yep.
I got Matt Wilkerson written down. All right. Do you need a phone? I need a phone, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, Adam. All right, Adam. So give me the one thing this team needs to do.
Oof. I got to cover that tight end.
Good point.
They got to cover an 81, and we talked about it before. Even covering him has opened up some other things for Providence. So, you know, number 6 and just the legs on the quarterback, number 11. This second half is going to be something interesting here. I think we've seen a little bit of everything on both sides of the ball from Trinity Catholic, good and bad, and hopefully the good outweighs the bad here. Now the defense is gonna come onto the field for Trinity Catholic here first. They need to set the tone right away.
Yeah, you are absolutely right there. And this wind, it's not really been a factor, but it could become one. And now it comes down to some senior leadership here on the Celtic side.
Right.
Here we are on the road You got off the bus. The Stallions punched you right square in the mouth, going up 13-0. You showed a lot of character, came up, scored 20 unanswered points. Stallions scored late in that first half, and now the Stallions get the ball. If you're talking about momentum, it's squarely on the Stallion side.
Yeah.
Let's see if that senior-laden defense can shut down the Stallions early on.
And this is what it's about. You know, this far into the season right now, you're on the road, you have a challenge. This is what it's about right now. This shows a lot of character, a game like this. You know, that's what you'd want. With the way the game started, if you would have said that Trinity would have come back and the game's tied at halftime, I'm okay with that.
Sure.
I'm okay with that. With the way
absolutely.
With the way we were able to do some good things on offense, and with the way the defense was able to kind of collect themselves, you know, there towards the end of the half, that's take the positives, run with it. But this is what it's about. This is a Friday night. You're challenged. You're on the road. This is where you dig deep. This is where you find character in this part of the season.
Love it. Well said, Adam. Look, I said it right. All right, here we go. So, Nick Ryan's getting ready to put his foot in the ball. Back deep is Jordan Brown and Christopher French. High kick there by Ryan, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. That ball's all the way through on a bounce through the goalpost. Nick Ryan's got a leg. He can kick. And so that'll put Carson Beck and the Stallions with not good field position for a change. They're going to start from their own 20.
Number 11, Carson Beck.
And it comes down to the defense. And let's see if they can get any penetration, because the Stallions' offensive line has done a very, very good job for the most part of keeping Beck upright.
And the other thing is wrap them up, bring them down, make these tackles. A lot of missed tackles there in the first half.
So the Stallions come out in the spread with a one back is French. They're going to drop back, throw it to the right.
Immediately.
Intended for Cup. And that is incomplete. Good coverage there by Robert Rim.
Great coverage, yeah.
2nd and 10.
Nothing doing on that side. He had him all the way. White on Rice.
Just trying to throw a little slant. Just trying to get it open. They were running 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 up top to the right. Just couldn't get them open. Now they go back to the I formation as Trippett, the fullback, comes in. They're going to give it to deep man French. He's met in the backfield, and he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to set up a long 3rd and 10. On the play was Dixon and Morales. Calvin Neal is also in there. 11:40 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. All tied 20-20. Stallions are moving from our right to our left as they wear all black with white numbers. Celtics in the white jerseys, green pants. Shotgun formation for Beck. 2 running backs. He looks back to the right, has to step up in the pocket, fires down the field for his favorite man, Mallory, who adjusts for the ball in the air, but Robert Rim is there to break it up. Ball was slightly underthrown because Mallory had him beat deep, but Carson Beck, by the time he threw it, had to throw the ball 50 yards, and that's going to be 4th down and 10.
There we go back to the containment, got pressure on the quarterback. He steps him in the pocket, but he's still got room to throw. We were talking about the first half, that containment to try to keep him from doing that, stepping up and making a deep throw like that, but good coverage there in the backfield either way.
Yeah, so here we are, and I thought they were going to go for it on 4th and 9 from their own 21, considering the last time they punted for here, it was a touchdown on a fluky play.
Again, into the wind.
So Young is back deep to punt, and back deep to receive it for the Celtics is Robert Rim and Corey King, and they fake it. It's an end around. They keep it to the right side. He's got 10. He's got 15. He breaks the tackle. He's almost up the midfield. That'll be a 1st down as they hike it directly to the up back, and the Celtics were caught sleeping there. And it looks like the young man who's got all kinds of fans, and he's throwing a party like he's a special player. Kerr, I know that because his family's right in front of me, and they're going nuts.
Wow.
It's the greatest play of the young man's life.
That's a tough break for Trinity Catholic. Great play call on 4th down. Kind of didn't see the fake coming.
No, direct snap, and it worked. 10:55 left to go here in the 3rd. I formation. Beck throws a little flat pass to Mallory. He gets a block. He's got 5. Hurdles a guy and gets 12, but that's going to be a flag on the play. Holding on the Stallions. Big number 55 was Jacob Larson on the hold, and it was pretty significant. Now the officials are going to talk about it. Mallory jumped 5 yards in the air.
What a vertical.
Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't hurdle a guy in high school football. Didn't know that.
Huh.
I wonder what the flag's going. I wonder what the actual penalty's called.
I learned something new.
I didn't know that. Personal foul against the Stallions, and it's going to be a spot foul. So instead of 1st and 10 inside the 40 of the Celtics, it's going to be all the way back. And you know, I don't understand that play. I mean, the kid's trying to make an athlete, and he saved himself. But he hurdled 5 yards in the air. That was special. 6'5", that kid's an athlete. Look for him next year. I'm going to text my man Rondo, who's a huge Miami fan. Remember the name Mallory. That kid is special. All right, so here we go. It's going to be 1st down and 25. Ball sits at the 39. And I formation, they're going to give it to Christopher French, and he's met in the backfield by Jordan Lewis for no gain, and that'll set up 2nd down and 20.
I'm still thinking about that leap. That's an interesting call altogether.
I know it's not legal in youth football.
Right,
you can't do it. You can't dive. But I'm shocked. I didn't know it was illegal in high school. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Again, Jacksonville Times Union's here.
Well, I tell you what, overall, that's a pretty big.
What are you supposed to do if a guy chops you? I don't know. All right, here we go. 2nd and 19. Shotgun formation. French is 2 backs left. He gets the snap, drops back, throws it to Mallory in the flats. He gets a block. He gets 2. He's over midfield, and he's brought down right at the Stallion side of the 50. That's going to set up 3rd and 9. Man, that kid's fast in space.
He was wide open there too, Galen. Another good play call.
Well, if you're the Celtics on defense,
what do you
they're having to play off because he's set up in the slot. You cannot play man-to-man with a guy who's 6'5" and runs like that.
Right.
And he's 6'5", 210, and he is flying, and he's off the ball. So now they're going to go 4 wide, 2 each way. Beck drops back, looks for Mallory in the flats, fires over his head, and that's going to set up 4th and long. That actually was intended for Gilligan. He was on an island, but he was stuck with the professor. How many times have you heard that, Joe? My pastor's name is Gilligan, and I won't make fun of him, though. Can't do it. He's my neighbor, too, so we bring it home. It's hard to really get a good yell at your lawnmower if your neighbor's your pastor. I'll tell you that. 4th and 8. Shotgun formation, 2 wideouts each way. Mallory is to the right in the slot. Beck drops back. He's looking to the left. Fires to the flats, and Robert Rim was all over that. He had a better break on the ball, and that was good defense by Kopp.
Boom.
Well, Robert Rim has a pick and a 6, but instead it's going to be 1st and 10 Celtics as the ball is going to sit squarely on the 50-yard line.
After all that, great job by Trinity to step it up there on defense. That was, now here we go.
They got a break on that penalty.
They sure did.
Mallory with a hurdle. What a play. What a play by that young man. He is so much fun to watch. Oh, he's going over the trainer table. See what they're going to do over there. Keep an eye on him as he heads over to the table. All right, so Red's underneath he's in shotgun. They're going to do a throwback, and he's got a man wide open. Corey King fires for Jordan Lewis. Not a pretty pass at all. And I'll tell you what, Corey King is like, oh my gosh, I could have been on Sports Center. But instead, he's just being laughed at by his friends tomorrow after that throw.
You know, that could be, sometimes with the way that rolls out in that play call, that's either a tough throw or it's an easy rollout, take your momentum with it, and he had to stop on that one and throw across his body.
Yeah, not pretty.
Not pretty at all.
And Mallory's getting his right ankle taped. All right, so 2nd and 10 now for the Celtics. Red is in shotgun. He's going to give it to King. King heads over the left side, gets a block, gets 2 blocks, breaks a tackle, has 6, 7, breaks another. He's at the 40. He's broken loose. 30, and he's knocked down there at the 27-yard line. Corey King refusing to give up.
Wow.
I thought he was dead 6 times.
What a step up by the offensive line to pick up that blitz, too. Wow.
Absolutely. left side with Kwiatkowski leading the charge. Great block there also by Dixon. Left side, this offensive line starting to really put the presence on the field. All right, shotgun formation. King is to his right. He's going to get the ball, head to the left side again, picks up 2, and is brought down. Late flag from the back judge, who's a good 35 yards off the ball. And that's going to be a flag. Not sure. That could be holding, could be late hit. Not sure what the call is, but we're going to call a block in the back against the Celtics. Oh, face mask. Face mask against the Stallions, and it's going to also be a block in the back. It'll be offset on penalties. So let's try it again.
Let's do it again.
All right, nobody cheat this time. Celtics.
You mentioned it. I just want to say something about the offensive line stepping it up so far on this drive here. This is looking good. Pushing them back a little bit more and a little bit more.
1st and 10. Bruton to the left. Red keeps it. Gets a block. He's at the 20. 10. 5. Boom. Touchdown. Celtics as he goes untouched again. That fake option held the linebacker. And King runs it in from 26 yards out. Touchdown. Celtics.
Bingo. That's the kind of drive you're looking for to make a statement right away. Your first possession of the second half. Man, moving the football, looking good there. The chalk that one up overall, that drive. Offensive line showing some toughness there up front, making room for the players like Corey King to have a big run like that was on 2nd down. Now you got another touchdown on the board.
John Glenn with a great block there, coming out and cleared the way. There is a Stallion down at 8:35 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Celtics have taken the lead 26-20, and that's Kerr. He's the one who ran that 4th down fake play so well, kind of grabbing his shoulder. Hopefully it's not much. We'll see.
Now how's that 4th down play looking overall? That was a big charge for the Stallions, and then having that penalty bring them back.
Is just a destroy.
We've seen it so far all game, just the swing on tempo on either team, just getting momentum and then having that momentum stopped.
So hard to overcome. So hard to overcome those penalties. All right, here we go. And the extra point. The snap is there. It's up. And better wait for it because I can't tell. And it's good. And 2 players between the Celtics and the Stallions are in the goal line rolling around as Hunter Folsom took a man in the movie Blindside where he kicked him out of the club. And the flag came out. Not sure who it's going to be on. But it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on somebody. But the kick is good. The Celtics now lead 27-20. Small conference out there as the 5 officials get together. Try to figure out who's going to bring the beer tonight. And they're going to call that on the Stallions, and that'll be on the kickoff. And this is another one where the kick's going to be on the 45-yard line of the Stallions. Now, again, I'm telling you, this is a great opportunity for an onside kick. They didn't do it last time this happened. Let's see if they do it this time.
I tell you what, that would be a great play call right here. As you got the momentum, as you got a little tempo going here with the way this offense is doing, get them the ball back.
And where your defense played last play?
Absolutely.
So let's see what the Celtics decide to do. Because this offensive line, they get the ball again, I think they're going to score because they are moving the pile.
Boy, that's such a...
God, that's a heavy penalty. And it looked like a perfectly good block by Folsom. He just finished it. And then I think the Stallion guy said, my mom's up in the stands. You got to get off me. And they called the penalty on it.
That's a little bit of the frustration that the defense has had to deal with that last drive. And that offensive line pushing them back, just showing a little emotion there.
All right, 8:35 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Nick Ryan's about to kick it deep, maybe. And he does. And he just puts it through to the end zone. Okay. And, he'll put that on the highlight tape, and he's got good editing skills. It'll be pretend like it's from the 40.
In the editing reel, they'll move the flag for the win, showing it as a headwind instead of a tailwind.
That's right. There you go. Hey, it's just editing. It's all fake news, right? All right. Yeah. So, here we go. 1st and 10 Stallions again from their 20. Field position. Playing a role so far in the second half, just as it did in the first. So Beck's going to come underneath the center. I formation. French is the deep back. He's going to throw to the flats to Mallory, and it's almost picked by Robert Rim, because Robert Rim said, I know what you're doing now.
Starting to read it real well.
But instead, there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be offsides on someone, I'm assuming. Since it's a pre-snap penalty, no flag on the play, so I guess we're just going to redo first down. And I'll tell you what, if you're Robert Rim and you take that to the house, you're sending that guy some hate mail. No flag on the play. I don't know what that is. He was either offsides or he wasn't. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Stallions working from our right to our left. Down by 7. 5 wide receivers out. Beck looks out, doesn't like what he sees, roll out to his left, and is met for a loss of 1 by Etienne. Etienne by a really nice play. And guess what they did? They brought the safety down and they contained the outside so Beck could not run, because that was killing them in the first half.
We're starting to see these adjustments that the Celtic defense are making, and so far it's working out fantastic.
Sure is.
Now here's it's kind of a big second down here, because you want to make it manageable. Let's see who they go to on this one.
2nd and 11. They're going to say he lost a yard. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the top. They're going to throw a little flanker screen to Mallory. He's got to break a tackle. He does. He gets through Calvin Neal, but Calvin gets some help from King Red, and he's going to gain only 3 when I thought he had broken it.
Nice.
And if you get that guy in space, special things can happen. And that's going to set up 3rd and 7. Stallions are going to huddle. And this has been the play that they got to get off the field on here. 5 wide receivers. Mallory is down to the bottom with 2 others. He's in the slot. That's who Beck looks for. He's going to keep it himself. Runs right up the middle. Mallory with a great block and gained him another 20 yards. And now a really, really, really late flag on the play, because Mallory blocked Calvin Neal and Beck had nothing but green and off-green grass in front of him.
That's right. A late call on that, but...
Face mask? No, unsportsmanlike conduct, blow to the head against the Celtics. That's going to add insult to injury. And now the football is going to be placed all the way over into Celtic territory. And another flag on the play, because Corey King or a cone, one of them was running his mouth, and right to the official, and that'll be 15 more as it's starting to get sloppy here in Jacksonville at Providence School. And they're going to call it. The referee has said, I'm not going to take it. And guess what? He's got a yellow hanky, which means he doesn't have to.
That's right.
So that's a 30-yard additional penalty.
Wow.
And the official feels much better about himself.
Wow.
I think he protected his mother's honor or something. I don't know. Wow, that's a big penalty. Good news here, I can see much better now with the ball placement.
It's about the only good news coming from this.
That's it. Now it's 1st and 10. Instead of being at like the 45 of the Stallions, it's at the 30 of the Celtics.
Wow.
Can't do that. Shotgun. Beck looks to the right, fires, he's got Cup, and Cup gains 9 on the play, and the same referee has called his 3rd penalty in a row, and he's going to call something because he's still not happy, and guess who it's on? The same player he just called the unsportsmanlike conduct on. He comes back and throws another penalty, and that'll be another 5th. We'll see what the penalty is, but a cone needs to get his emotions in check. And they're going to call pass interference on the catch. That's something you never, ever see. I think a cone should keep his mouth shut at this point in time.
I think this is emotions getting the best of him here.
That is a big penalty.
Big.
They're going to go off 15 yards from the original line of scrimmage. So now the ball is moved up to the 15-yard line. Again, it's 1st and 10.
Again, just like we talked about all game, just another series of events that keep your head on a swivel, folks, because what you think is one thing isn't necessarily another.
5 wide receiver. Beck's going to try to keep a draw to himself, but he's met by Calvin Neal, and he's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. That'll set up 2nd and 10. No flags.
No flags. Good stop there.
The back judge is like, okay, we're even now.
Okay.
But that was odd. That was a weird setting there. I mean, obviously, a cone said something he shouldn't have. That'll be 2nd and 11. They're going to say he lost a yard. Drops back to pass, does back. He throws it to the flats. He's got a man open. He breaks a tackle, spin move, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Really sloppy tackle there by Montez Leaf. He had him after a gain of 4, and it just didn't wrap up. And instead, the young man spin moved and scored. Blake Hawk, Jr.
Very interesting here so far. What a weird overall possession here for the Stallions, but able to capitalize there and finish with a touchdown.
It's really curious play there. I mean, 45 yards of penalties on that drive.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't do that, Celtics. All right, so now the Stallions are an extra point away from tying this football game up. 6:37 left to go in the third quarter. As Hawk has scored from 16 yards out. And now the officials are talking about something. Unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. Offsetting penalties. It's getting a little chippy. And so I think the officials are doing the right thing. You got to get control of it.
Exactly. This is passion. Both teams here showing a lot of emotion.
Bad snap. Young can't get it off. And I'll tell you what, Robert Rim just plowed into the holder. And that's a big stop there for the Celtics. The extra point is no good. 27-26.
Wow.
Celtics. That's 2 missed extra points.
And that's
by the Stallions.
And we mentioned in the beginning, you always think about that coming back to bite you. And right now it's shown on the scoreboard. 27-26 Celtics. Wow.
Bad snap. Holder had to go up in the air, and by the time he put it down, Calvin Neal met him.
Timing is everything on those kicks.
Yeah, they practice it over and over. They don't have anything else to do. Kicker standoff. You know, you got to love them. Like with 30 seconds left in the game.
Galen, I want to ask you, after a weird drive like that, what do you tell the offense right now as they get a chance here to get our score, you know, to get a chance to drive here? What do you tell these kids to calm them down a little bit, center themselves? Like you said, it's getting a little chippy. You got to give a little credit to the. Oh, hang on a second.
They put 15-yard penalty on somebody. Did they really? I guess they called the flag.
What was this from the?
It had to have been
end of the
from
touchdown?
Something.
With the unsportsmanlike.
I didn't see it. Is that what it was? Unsportsmanlike conduct?
Gotcha.
I thought it was offsetting though. Nope. Guess not. All right, so now the Stallions are going to kick it from the Celtic side of the 45. This has been a reoccurring theme. Really, really chippy game. These two teams don't like each other very much, but this is a great onside opportunity as Young is the kicker.
Yeah.
Nope, little pooch kick, and it's going to be fielded by Rim at the 12. He needs a block, looks to the middle, runs backwards, breaks a tackle. Now he tries to go back to the left, needs another block, doesn't get much. Now he's over the 20 somehow, and he gets up to the 25-yard line. Broke every golden rule there is in returning a football. Ended up gaining 10 yards.
But ran for 40.
Maybe 41. I think he had an extra cutback there.
I'll be honest with you. I thought if he was going to take it to the sideline, he had a lot of room to run over here. I thought he could have beat that guy to the outside.
But he can't run to the right. I think that's the knock on him. He can only run one direction. You know, you wonder that sometimes. But here we are. We're at the 6:23 mark of the third quarter at the water break.
Yes, great time for a water break here. We were just talking about, I was going to try to ask you, this is where you got to calm your troops down a little bit, center themselves. They're playing with emotion. You want that, but you got to stay smart. You got to play within yourself right here, right now. We talked about character at the end of that first half, trying to show that here in the second half. Character comes along with keeping your head on a swivel, and don't get chippy. Now, don't get chippy.
Yeah.
Stay focused. Yeah. Stick to your game plan. That's probably what Coach is telling them right now.
Give the back judge some water. Let him cool off.
Let him cool off as well.
Keep that flag in his pocket.
Yep.
But the big key is really offensive line.
Yep.
Continue to do what you do, which is run the football. You have a lead.
Yep.
You have the ball. You have a good offensive line that is starting to wear down this defense.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So no penalties. Take care of the football. Execute. Go home with a win.
Absolutely.
All right.
6 minutes here left in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And this is an opportunity to use up this clock. Get down this field here. Here we go.
Tony Bruton is in the back next to King. King's going to give it to Bruton. He heads over to the left side and is met at the line of scrimmage by a whole herd of Stallions. And they're going to give him maybe a half a yard.
I gotta say something. We always talk credit about Trinity Catholic hitting hard. So far, these Stallions have been hitting just as hard back.
They are flying around the football. I will say this, both of these teams are extremely well coached.
Yep.
Save that punt return something fiasco that it was, but other than that, been well-played game. Again, Bruton gets the ball, he heads up the middle, gets a block, tries to turn his head, gets over the 30 for a gain of 5. That'll set up 3rd down and 5, or call it after the spot, 3rd and 4.
3rd and 5. So far, this has been somewhat manageable for the for the Celtics tonight here. This is a big 3rd down.
This is one of those where you put the ball in King Red's hands.
Yeah.
Run it to the far side. The ball is on the from our side. It's from the far hash.
Yeah.
From our vantage point.
This is where I like to see
Run
them
it to
use
the far side of the field here, man.
big presence of John Glenn
Montez
right now.
Lee is the wing. They're going to give it to Bruton right up the middle. He cuts back up the middle. He's met by a block, puts his head down, and is right at the stick.
From this angle, it looked like
I don't know,
the
Adam. You were punching me. I don't know. Was that good?
That was good. I thought he had it there.
I don't know. Let's see where the spot is. It's really, really close. He had to get to the 35, and the ball is right on the 35. They're going to give him the 1st down.
Nice.
All right. Good run there. And again, that offensive line right up the middle. John Glenn and the rest of the big nasties getting it done. 5 minutes left to go, 3rd quarter. 27-26. Double wing back to the left. Montez Leaf is going to be the option man for Red. Red keeps it, puts his head down, and gains 3 yards. That right there in a nutshell is the Celtics offense.
Another dumb penalty here by the
penalty
Celtics.
Flags come out, and it looks like it's on Jordan Lewis.
Yeah.
As it's getting chippy.
It's getting chippy, emotional, bonehead play right there.
And that's 15 yards the Celtics cannot afford, to be completely honest with you. It should have been 2nd down and 7. Instead, we'll see if it's 1st down and 25. See if it's offsetting. It is not.
Wow.
Is it just a 5-yard penalty? Wow, no, it's a 15-yard variety.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
15-yard penalty. So now it's going to be 1st down and 25. I guess they're going to keep it at 2nd down then.
Keep it at 2nd down here. Wow.
Don't quite understand how all that works. 2nd down and 25. Post game? Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, so here we go. 2nd down and 25. Double wing formation this way to the right. Corey King is the back. He gets the ball. He gets a block over the right side, but is met in the backfield as that hole closes instantly. For a loss of 1, and almighty momentum is squarely on the home side here at Providence School. 3rd down and 26. Now the Celtics have the ball at their own 22-yard line. This drive started at the 25. They got a 1st down, and they've moved all the way back. Stupid penalty on that extracurricular activity by Jordan Lewis has put his team in a hole.
Can't do that on the road. That gives momentum and tempo to the other team.
Direct snap to Corey King. He gets a block from the left side. Needs a lot more because the Stallions are running. Wow. And they're going to hold him to no gain. Wow. And now it's 4th and 26. Jordan Lewis is one heck of a football player. That was not a good play by the young man. He needs to put that behind him. See if he can't make up for it on defense.
Yep.
And right now he is all by himself, standing at about the 40-yard line. I think he's pretty disgusted with himself at this point. A few players are now coming over to pick him up, knowing that they need him in order for them to win this football game. So Nick Ryan is going to be punting. He's going to be standing at his own 10. Back deep is French. He's going to be standing at his 40. Waiting for the snap. There it is. It's a good one. Ryan puts his foot into an end-over-end, ugly, high kick. It needs a good bounce. Doesn't get it. It bounces at the 45 and is picked up by the Celtics at their own 43. Not a good kick. Only a 23-yard kick by Nick Ryan.
Goodness. This is where we were talking about, a penalty now sets you back just like it did from the progress that they were gaining on the drive. We had a 1st down, gets pushed back. Now we were inside your, the 22-yard line where we had that. It was 2nd and 26. And look how much pressure that puts on the punter. We talked about field position. Right now, Stallions got that, and they got momentum.
I'll tell you what, Carson Beck is the man right now. I formation. Mallory's to the top all by himself. They're going to play action. They're going to look deep. The Cop on the left side. It's a deep ball. He stepped to step with Montez Leaf, and a call on the play, and that's a bad call. I don't care if you're in the home stand or not. Both guys are fighting for the football, and they're going to call a flag on the defense on that. That is bad. That was just great coverage by Montez Leaf on the coach's son, Cop. The officials are talking about it now.
What else you do to cover that guy?
Oh, that was perfect coverage.
Both hands on each other.
I don't know. I don't know how you make that call. Let them play football at some point. Officials, they're going to wave that off, which is a good call.
Good call.
Because that was good coverage. Both players did exactly right.
Exactly.
I know the home team's not happy.
My girl at home, she still asks me every Sunday, how do you call pass interference?
Yeah.
When is it pass interference?
Sure. Heck, we don't even know what a catch is most of the time. All right, so it's 2nd and 10. Good no call there.
Okay.
Stallions are rushing to the line of scrimmage. Was a good throw by Beck, just good coverage by Montez Leaf on Cup. Mallory's to the right. He's looking to Mallory. He fires to him. Deep ball for Mallory, and it's broken up. Nice play by Tony Bruton, and that is going to set up 3rd and 10.
Boy, you like to see that. He was playing the ball, not the player.
Yeah.
And he had his eyes around that
Sure
the
did.
whole time. He was on him. That was great coverage.
And ripped it out, and amazingly, Mallory almost came up with that ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that kid can play, and when Tony Bruton got up, he's like, nope, you didn't catch it on me. But I'll tell you what, I thought he had. It was a 2:52 left to go in the third quarter. It's going to be that kind of play that's going to make a difference. 3rd down and 10 for the Stallions. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom. That's where Beck looks. He fires into the flats, and it's incomplete. Not a good pass. Calvin Neal with good coverage. The fans are starting to get out of control here. That was just good coverage. Not a very well thrown ball by Carson Beck. That's going to set up 4th down and 10.
If anything, that's good timing on that defensive coverage there. Right when the ball was in the vicinity of the player, I think he come up and got it.
It was out of his range. It wasn't a good throw. He was open, and then he wasn't. I mean, it was just a bad throw. All right, so 4th and 10. Ball sits at the Celtic 43. The Stallions need to get to the Celtics 33. They run to the line, shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom. Mallory's in the slot. Beck's going to keep it. He gets a block. He's at the 30, and he runs into the official and is blocked. And that's the only thing that stopped him. He had a 1st down, and the officials now, if you're a fan, you can scream and holler. But that could have been a 1st down, but instead, it's Celtics ball. That should have been a gain of 15 or more. Instead, it's a gain of 5.
Great tackle up front. I want to give credit to the referee on that one.
You know, you could say
field tackle.
A cone was in the vicinity, but the referee trying to jump out of the way jumped right in and just knocked the quarterback down. That's tough.
What a tough break.
So here we go. 1st and 10 Celtics. 2:13 left to go in the third quarter. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads to the left side. He gets a block. And then this man immediately, this team on the Stallions is flying around the football after a gain of 4, they're going to call it. That'll set up 2nd down and 6.
What a break for Trinity Catholic on that one. He had a lot of room to run. What do you want to call it? Hunter green, lime green. There was a lot of it.
It would have been green, 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 green.
Yeah, fortunately, green, green, green. We had black and white.
That's right. That's right. The stripes got in the way. 2nd and 6. Bruton's going to go in motion. Red's going to keep it himself. Heads over the middle, spins, and is brought down after a gain of 2. And then is knocked backwards, but the forward progress will make a 3rd down and 4.
There you go, forward progress. Always keeping those legs moving.
Yeah, you have to, because this offensive line is not going to quit.
Big 3rd down here.
They faked that option to Bruton, and Red kept it. They keep going to the left side. They're running to the narrow side of the field. The ball is on the far hash mark. Montez Leaf is the wing back to the right. King's going to get the snap. He's going to get a full head of steam with all kinds of blockers. He's got 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and he's knocked all the way out of bounds on the Stallion side of the 40. And I'll tell you what, there is some blocking going on up front. Wow. There was a Stallion that got pancaked all the way down at the 25-yard line. And he got up and said, that's not a penalty? That was good stuff right there. Couldn't see who made the block. So.
Great play again, like you said, running to that narrow side. Something's open over there. They've been moving it pretty good.
So let me reset the scene here. The Celtics are driving. They have the ball in the Stallions side of the field. The ball sits at the 42. It's 1st and 10.
Minute 6 left.
The Celtics are going to be in shotgun, double wing formations to the right side. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads up the middle and puts his head down and picks up 4 as he dives ahead. That is going to set up 2nd down, and they'll give him 3.5 on the play. Set up 2nd and 6.5. 52 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. This is Celtic football right here.
Yep.
Run the ball, run the clock. Wear down that team. Double wing to the right. Corey King is in at the back. He's on the left side. He's going to go in motion to the right. They're going to fake the option to Red. Red gets hit in the backfield again, breaks a tackle, spins, and loses 4 yards on the play. That's going to be a big loss on the play. Instead of 3rd and short, Red tried to make something special, and he lost 4 yards, and that's going to set up 3rd and 10, and that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter.
How do you feel about that fake there? Do you think maybe he should have pitched that?
Yeah, I do.
I think
he hasn't pitched it yet.
He
hasn't pitched it yet.
I think they're onto that now.
That would have been the chance to do it. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter. As we head to the all-important 4th, this game is still undecided. It's in the balance. The Celtics lead 27-6. And you are listening to the Trinity Catholic Football Network right here on WOCA The Source.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license? At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Call today. 861-7484.
WOCA.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Start the 4th quarter at Providence School. The Celtics lead the Providence Stallions 27-6. 3rd and 10. Red is the shotgun. They're going to do a direct snap, and it's fumbled, put on the ground. Isaac General runs it ahead for a gain of 3. I don't know what happened there. Timing was off. Isaac General dropped it. He had a hole, but by the time he picked up the football, he just had nothing to do. Decision time is it's 4th and 6. Ball sits right at the 41. The Celtics are inside Stallion territory. Big play here. Double wing formation to the left side. There it is. Corey King is back deep. Red's going to keep it himself. He needs a block. He picks it up. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that's inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Nice. Celtics 1st down. Nice. As Red keeps it and gets the surge over the big right side led by Dixon and John Glenn in Tibbetts. Wow. That was man football right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's what that double wing can do. They just outnumber you on the corner. And again, they keep faking that dive, and it's working, and King Red is running his head off. Shotgun formation. To his left is Bruton. Bruton's going to pick it up, and he puts his head down and gets 6. Right on the heels of Folsom, as Folsom knocks another man down. I think he leads the team in pancakes. Ooh, eating them and putting them down. That's going to set up 2nd and 6. 10:48 left to go in this football game. Celtics lead 27-6.
Been a good drive so far.
The Celtics score here.
Yeah.
They get the extra point. They're up by 8. That's big. All right, shotgun. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads over the right side. He's got a block. He's got the first down. He's inside the 10, the 5, spins, puts his head down. Touchdown, Celtics! 10:20 left to go. 24-yard run by Bruton, but there is a flag, and they're going to call a touchdown. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, as 2 players got into it. That's a big penalty because now they're going to have to kick the kickoff from the 40, from the 25 instead of the 40. But the points count. And so the Celtics now lead. Now they're talking about it. They're going to say it was good. What a great run there.
Incredible.
Great run by Tony Bruton in that right side of the offensive line. John Quinn, Kwiatkowski, Dixon. That was an incredible run.
Playmakers making plays. What a run there. Getting himself in the end zone. That's what you look for. Got
hit at the 2, spun, and then just used his powerful legs to chop it in.
Not to mention the move to get inside the 10 that he put on him. Wow.
Beautiful. So they're going to kick, and the referee was talking to the head coach, Cup, about whether he wanted to assess it on the kickoff or the extra point, because that could matter. But Nick Ryan's got enough foot to be able to score, and guess what? Celtics are going to go for 2 up 33-26. That makes it a 9-point game instead of an 8-point game. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
He's got a lot of faith on his goal line and his offensive line. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads to the right side, has to get ahead, needs a block, doesn't get it, and he's held about a yard short. I don't know about that call. I'm going to have to talk to Coach Sturdivant about that one. I kick it, make it an 8-point game.
Yeah.
Make them go for 2.
Unless he was trying to put it away there altogether.
And let's be honest, the kicking game for the Stallions has not been good. It's not been good at all.
Wow.
And you played into their hands a little bit there, because I believe they're going to go for 2 the next time they get the football. And if they score, I should say. But Sturdivant's a defensive-minded coach. If you can make them score twice, that's his thought. I understand it. I don't agree with it. But it's 10:20 left to go here in the football game. The score is 33-26.
Now, are we going to have a penalty assessed here for the unsportsmanlike?
We are. It's going to be moved. They're going to kick the ball from the 25 instead of the 40, because that official has called more personal fouls than I think is possible. He didn't call that one. He's just measuring this one off. But it's been a really very well officiated game.
Yeah.
Officials, it's gotten a little chippy, and they've taken over.
Yep. Absolutely.
I like that.
Right when it
with
needed
that.
to be.
Sure.
Absolutely.
They have to control the game, and they do it with their yellow hankies and their whistles.
Even going back to that pass interference call, that was overruled to be no penalty.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big good no call.
Yeah.
For them to take the time to discuss it.
You're absolutely right on that. All right, so Nick Ryan's going to kick it from his own 25. Back deep is French for the Stallions. Nick's going to kick a high, nice kick. It's going to be a high kick, fielded all the way back at the 20. French gets moved back. He heads to the left side, needs a block, picks it up. He's over the 40, and he's knocked there by Tony Bruton and Corey King and then there's some extracurricular activities as Corey King gets knocked down, but no harm, no foul. But it'll be 1st and 10. Stallions have great field position at the 42.
In a way, you gotta love this. These 2 ball clubs right now are these kids are having just a battle out there. This is good. This is good.
You know, in the pregame, Coach Sturdivant talked about how he's coached against the offensive coordinator for the Stallions 3 times. Once in Germany. I was like, what?
Wow.
What? I didn't know he coached in Germany. I know he coached at IMG, but really fun to watch here.
Hate to be cheesy, but it's mentioned Germany. It is October.
Oh, that's right.
This is an Oktoberfest.
We could use a beer. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. I formation, 2 wide receivers to the left side. They're going to give it to French, and he's brought down at no gain by Lewis. That's going to be 2nd down and 9.
That's them stopping the run. This Trinity Catholic defense here. What are you looking for on 2nd down from the Stallions? Maybe spread the field again. Probably be looking for number 81 over in the flat.
You know, they threw that one ball to Hawk.
Yep.
and he was wide open, but right now he's on the sideline, so he's not going to get it. I'd throw that tight end dump.
Yep.
I'd put the tight end on the end of the line and let him run that dump.
It's up to Trinity Catholic here to contain. Even they get pressure in the backfield, contain.
Instead, they're going to flex him out to the left side. They're going to fake it. Naked bootleg out to the right. They're going to throw it to the fullback, and he drops it, but he wouldn't have gained anything anyway because it was well covered there by Leith. But it was dropped. Should have caught it. But Rawlinson heard footsteps, and he paid the price because he came right out after that. He got hit hard.
We've been talking about Will Malroy all night, 6'5", 210. That junior right there, 6'3", 205.
There's a lot of beef on the side of the sidelines here on the home team.
Man, I tell you what, again, that's one of my favorite positions is tight end.
I love it. My son plays it. He's slow, but he's got great hands. 3rd and 9. He's 6'1", he's 13. Where's the size 14? All right, here we go. They're going to give it to French right up the middle, and he's got 6'7", puts the ball forward, and he's just a yard shy of a first down. That'll be 4th and 1, and I'm sure the Stallions are going to go for it because they've gone for it a lot more than this to go. So it'll be 4th and 1. French is upset with himself because he got shoestring tackled there.
He had room.
By Red.
I tell you what, these 4th and 1s make me a little anxious. If I'm on defense, you got to contain. You got to contain. Stay with them. Stay with your man.
Cover 81. That's my advice.
Yep.
4th and 1. Here we go. I formation. They're going on a long count. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he gets the surge, and he picks up 3 when he only needed 1.
Got it. Yep.
1st and 10. 8:48 left to go in the 4th quarter. And again, extra points have been an issue.
Yep.
We've had 4 total missed. Think about that. 2 for each team. Each team has missed 2 extra points. So, 1st and 10, ball sits at the 46-yard line of the Celtics as the Stallions are driving from our left to our right. They're going to go in 5 wide, 3 to the bottom. Beck's in shotgun. He gets the snap, looks to the left, fakes it to the tight end, pump fakes, resets himself to the left, and that's caught by Cup. But they're going to say he was caught it out of bounds, and that'll set up 2nd and 10.
Good tackle there. Pushed him out of bounds. Not be able to get a foot down on that was number 11.
Yeah, Cup caught it in the air. Leith carried him out of bounds. No catch. Second and 10. Stops clock. Stops on the incomplete pass. So let's see what formation the Stallions come out on. They're going to come out in the spread.
Yep.
5 wide, no back. Mallory is in the slot on the right side, right at the hash mark. Mallory looks to him. He catches it at the 10, 11, and gets 11 yards, I should say. Just a quick hitter.
Yep.
You're not going to stop him. He's one-on-one with Montez Leith. Montez Leith is not set up to the inside. Or Mallory got inside him. That kid's good.
Give credit. Yeah, good play call. Quick slants. That's what happens. You get room right there real quick. And, great hands on 81 to make those catches. It was, almost looked like the pass was a little bit behind him, but still those big old hands able to make that catch.
They're going to say he's short of the first down. That's going to be 3rd and 1. 7:52 left to go. Ball sits right at the 37. 5 wide, 3 to the bottom. They're going to keep it. The quarterback heads to the left side and is brought down.
Nice.
Just short of the first down. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now what do we got? Another 4th down.
Yep. This is what you look for in a football game, buddy. This is what you look for. 3rd and shorts, 4th and shorts. Opposing sides looking for a big play on both ends here. Right now we're looking for Trinity Catholic. We need a big stop right here, 4th and 1. What do you see here? You see them spreading the field again?
Quarterback keeper.
I think that too.
4th and 1, 7-12. You got to get a first down. Ball sits at the 38. They need to get to the 37. I formation. They're going to give it to the fullback, and he's got it. He's got the first down after a gain of 3. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. 7 minutes left to go in the game. Clock stops.
That's going to be good for Stallions.
Seems like the second half's been a heck of a lot longer than the first.
Yeah. Although, has it? We're looking at Brett for an answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
It says Mas Menos, folks, so.
All right. We got to return this car, people. You need to get this game over by 10. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Ball sits at the 39 now. I formation. A wide out each way. Mallory's to the right. They're going to give it to French as the deep back, and he's met in the backfield by Isaac General.
Boom.
And Jordan Lewis, and that's going to be a loss of 2. Good penetration there by each of the defensive ends.
Wow.
And the General is spoken.
Big play by the defense, right? And they needed that right now. Here we go.
6:15. They're going to say he lost 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13. We haven't called Dixon's number 44. Been a little quiet tonight. They're playing him a little more inside. Let's see if he can make a play. 2nd and 12. They're going to drop back the pass. He's looking for Mallory on the post. He's double covered, and he runs into Robert Rim. No call, no foul, incomplete pass. 3rd and 12. Good coverage. They had him blanketed.
Yeah, he was well covered.
Good inside-out coverage. Robert Rim had him up top, and I think that's Corey King had him inside.
Yep.
And there's going to be a water break. So we're going to go ahead and step aside as well. You're listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Once again, our concessions still have lots of cold drinks and snacks.
You know,
come on by. Last call.
That's about everything you can do to
30,
contain.
30. Make it a 30.
81 right there. That's huge. That's double cover. I don't know. I guess they're just trying to have that kid try to do something more spectacular.
Is they're taking the safety and shifting him to his side.
Yeah.
And then they're having somebody over the top and underneath because he's so tall. He'll kill you if you're jumping out.
I wanted you to keep an eye on 6 because now he's on the other side of the field when they played that, so they're going to maybe look to him for.
If you notice, he always goes to the opposite side.
Yeah. Yep.
So he's in this formation. He's the X.
If they bring that safety over, they could see a route with him coming open.
All right, Dan, where are we at? Dan. I don't know. Maybe we're on the air. All right, here we go. 5 wide to the bottom. Beck drops back. He's looking and he gets pressure. Hit as he throws, but he completes it to nobody else but Mallory, who's inside the 20 into the 15-yard line. First down.
Wow.
And Jordan Lewis is down on the play behind it where he hit the quarterback. He took the wrong side of that one.
Just a half a second too late, but we want to get penetration. That number 6, Kopp was wide open, but he didn't see him because of the pressure of the Trinity Catholic defense, but still managed to get a pass over the middle to 81. Wow. 81 Mallory with another catch. Now here we are, 1st and 10, 5:48 left to go here in the game.
Well, you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax, quality cars, outlet prices.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
All right, welcome back.
I'm very enthusiastic.
He's not. Welcome back to Selman Field as we make fun of coworkers, which is always fun. Here we go, 1st and 10, ball sets at the 18. Beck drops back, looks over the middle. He's under pressure, dumps it off, and it's caught inside the for a touchdown by the Stallions, by Lola Kona.
Yeah.
Beck, nice calm poise, dropped it off over the middle. Beautiful catch and run by Loya Kona. Got a block, caught it and ran it in from 17 yards. Now the Stallions have 32, the Celtics 33, and again it comes down to an extra point.
Is that his first catch?
And my man Young is in the game.
Second.
All right, here we go. Snap. Waiting for it. It's there. It's low. Kick is up. It's a knuckler, and it is ugly.
Wow.
But it doesn't need style points. We have a tie football game. And how big is that going for 2 now?
I know.
Woo! Gotta wonder
kick. It's
about that one.
8. You still got a point lead. Make them go for 2. But here we are. Back to zeros, basically. Wow.
It all starts over at 5:37 left to go in the football game. I think the team with the ball last may win.
Yep.
It's been a very well-played game. Celtics haven't turned the football over, which has been good for them. A lot of emotion going on, a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, post penalties, post-play penalties. And both teams are really playing well. I am impressed.
Yeah. Great
very,
plays.
very impressed.
Great plays
by
on both
Carson
sides.
Beck. I mean, he just got rocked the play before and completed the pass anyway.
And then stood in there and took that
Stood
hit.
strong, kept his feet, made a nice throw to Loyanakona.
Loyanakona, yeah.
Sonny. I'm just going to call him Sonny. 'Cause that's a name with too many consonants in it.
Well, he caught that ball and ran to sunshine here and now. Just a point that was needed on that extra point. I didn't think that was going to go in, buddy. I really thought that was...
Wasn't the prettiest kick of the
I've
day.
seen ducks fly prettier than that. And, wow, here we are, tight game.
All right, so Young is going to put his foot in the ball. Back deep is Jordan Lewis, who's back in the football game. Celtics don't think he's going to kick it deep, but he does. Jordan Lewis, who is a track superstar, picks it up to 15. He needs a block. He heads to up the middle. Now he goes to the right. Check that. That's Corey King. He gets a block. He's to the 30. He's to the 40. And he's up midfield before he's brought out of bounds. Late tackle out of bounds on the quarterback. That's a bad penalty because it's one of those continuations.
That's tough. That's
where you're carrying a guy out of bounds. You don't know where you are. He's a kicker. How hard can he possibly hit you? Bad call there, but that's a good call for the Celtics, as it's going to add 15 yards to an already spectacular run by Corey King.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough call. He was out of bounds. Not saying he wasn't, but when you're dragging somebody that's twice your size, and you're a 145-pound kicker, you don't even have a full face mask. Your chin strap's not even tight. I mean, dude did the best he could. But now the Celtics have the ball. It sits on the Stallion 43, 5:27 left to go. Red's going to drop back. He looks to the right. He needs a block. Puts his head down. Gets ahead for 5 yards. Nice run there on first down, 2nd and 5. Boy, this is a tale of two offenses.
Right.
Stallions, very balanced.
Right.
Good, athletic, mature quarterback who can throw the ball to an incredibly athletic wide receiver. And the Celtics who just say, look, we're going to run. We're going to try to trick you inside the gap. We have nobody outside of the formation. Red is in shotgun. To his right is Bruton. He's going to get the snap. He heads over the right side, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, gets some help from a surge of his offensive line. He's right up near the yard marker.
Wow.
And that's going to set up 3rd and 6 inches.
How many times have we seen that where he's standing the pile up and they don't bring him down? Oh, he looks.
Well, there's an injury on the play. Something to do with his arm. That looks ugly. 4:38 left to go here in the football game. I do have a halftime score from Vanguard High School. It's 28-0 Vanguard. Now it's 35-0. 6 minutes left in the third. I have somebody over at the for homecoming. Homecoming. You remember what? It's such a big deal when you're in high school. I got a junior at Vanguard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
The dance and everything, right?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
So get this.
Yeah.
I didn't think people still wore corsages.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
You know how much those things cost?
How much now?
$38.
Oh.
Like $38.
Oh.
Man, you need to get a job, son. Man.
Just say back in the.
$38 for a flower you're going to throw away.
Yeah, back in the day there, my mom almost had to make me one. That's just because of the price, yeah.
So,
I think back then it was $25.
Probably.
17 years ago, that was,
and
that
you
was
had
pretty
to order
expensive.
My wife's like, oh, we have to have one. I'm like, no, we don't have to. All right, it's going to be 3rd and 2. Ball sits to 39. Celtics are in a power wing to the right side. They're going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads to the right side. Needs a block. Gets it. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And he's brought down. Oh, he was at the 30 and then the 20. He's brought down at the 15. Boy, I should do math better than that. I'm sorry. All right, I got excited. But it is a first down, and they are inside the Automax red zone. 4:29 left to go. The right side. We haven't mentioned his name much on defense, but Dixon, playing right tackle, is crushing the entire left side of the Stallions defense. Great job by Dixon. Brandon is having a heck of a football game. 4:12 left to go. Celtics kind of taking their time here as we're in a tie ball game. Power formation to the right. They're going to give it to Bruton, who heads to the left this time. Puts his head down and is met by a gaggle as they're trying to strip that football. But Bruton says, you're not taking, that's my ball.
Nope.
But he gains 5. That'll set up second down and 5 from the 12-yard line.
It still gets me with this Trinity Catholic running backs, man. They just do not go down.
No,
they do not go down.
Strong.
How many times have we seen just them blow a whistle just for forward progress, but no one's still touching the turf?
And the want to in these running backs.
Yep.
They do not want to go down. Awesome. So much fun to watch. 3:33 in counting.
You see them running the narrow side on this one, Galen?
Yeah, the right side has just been great. Tibbetts is over there. It's just been amazing. And there they're going to run fake the pitch. Red's going to keep it. He goes right up the middle, puts his head down. He has enough for the first down. He's inside the 10, inside the 8 to the 7. They're going to mark him down right in front of the 5-yard line. That will be enough for a first down, I believe. It should be. Not a good spot. Oh, I thought he was well inside the 5. But they're going to say he's outside the 5-yard line. And that is right at the stake. And they're going to measure this one. 3:03 left to go in this football game. Now, if it's fourth down, right? That was third down?
I believe.
No, it should be third and short. Yeah, it'll be third and short. So they got another down. It's not fourth down. Yeah. So let's see what they do here as they stretch. And it's a first down according to the Celtics, and the referee agrees.
There it is.
First down. Inside the 10-yard line, we are in the Automax red zone. Quality cars, outlet prices. Thank you, Automax, for your support of high school football on WOCA The Source. First and goal. We'll call it the 5.5. Scoreboard says 6. I'm going to say the 5.5 because I'm a half-full guy. All right, so here we go. We're going to do the true double wishbone. Robert Rim on one side. Jordan Lewis is technically the tight end. But now that they start the clock, the Celtics are going to use every second they can.
Yep. Boy, that's what you want to hear. The Stallion crowd getting on their side. They're looking for the defense to get on the stop.
They got 45 cheerleaders. All right, here we go. Red's waiting for the snap. There it is. He's going to give it to Bruton. Bruton heads over the left side, and he puts his head down and gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was Corey King on the play. Those deuces are wild, and I lose track of them. But now there's 2:26 left to go, and the Stallions call timeout. That's their first. They've got 2 more. Celtics knocking on the door here. 2:26 left to go. Remember, in high school football, every time the ball gets a first down, they have to reset it, and then they start the clock. So lots and lots of time here. But more importantly, the Celtics got to punch it in.
Yep, like you said, punch it in. We could always talk about
get the extra point.
Exactly, scoring too early or whatnot. Either way, you got to score.
This is not a field goal. You cannot score a field goal here.
No.
Look, we are well in range of Nick.
Yep,
Right.
absolutely.
But the way this offense scores, and the way this offense scores quickly, you've got to put 6 here. And 7 with the extra point.
Wow. Boy, I tell you what.
Football game.
I tell you what.
This is the best game of the year, and that IMG game was amazing.
Yeah.
But it was really a tale of 2 halves. This one's been nip and tuck. If you're just joining us, Celtics went down 13-0 within the first 6 minutes.
Yep.
Battled back to score 20 straight. Went into halftime, tied at 20. Here we are, 2:26 up to go, tied at 33. Red is in the shotgun. To his right is Corey King. Red's going to get it. He's going to run to the right side. Needs a block. Puts his head down, and it's nailed at the 5 for no gain. 3rd and 5, and Cup says, I can do more than catch. That offensive line has been big all day on the right side, and they just got, it wasn't the right side, it was the back side that came through. So, if they're going to keep, just saying it for if you're a Celtic fan, when the right side or the back side keeps crashing down, that's when you're going to see Robert Rim or Jordan Lewis come back and do that counter reverse.
Yep.
So here we go, 3rd and 5.
I'll be looking for that right here.
The Celtics haven't thrown the ball.
No.
And they're not going to here either.
No, absolutely not. Please don't. Please don't.
Now, they got to get in touchdown. The ball sits right at the 5-yard line. They are to the far side of the hash. So to their right is the short side of the field. Corey King is the back. There's the snap. Red gets it. He heads to the right side. He's got a hole. Puts his head down. He's all the way down to the 2. And there's a late flag from the back judge. It's usually in the line of holding, blocking the back, maybe face mask. You got to just wait and see. But that back judge, he's got an arm.
Yeah, that thing flew about 10 yards.
He threw one earlier. It's 45. He's got his balance of that flag and the rocks in the bag.
He puts that back foot into it.
It's going to be holding. So let's see what these Stallions do. Are they going to back him up or are they going to set up 4th and 2?
Big decision here.
I back him up and make them do it from 3rd and 15 just in case they have to kick the extra point or the field goal.
Absolutely. Yeah, even if it's 4th down, if you're on the, the 3-yard line to 2, with the way they're running the football.
I would have been curious as to what they do.
Yeah.
But now it's 3rd and goal from they're going to call it, what is that, the 13? Yeah, 13. 3rd and goal, 2:13 left to go. Now the clock is rolling. The Celtics don't have to snap it for a while. Now they got a new quarterback in there, and he's going to take it to the right side. He needs a block. He gets it. He's got 5, and he's going to be met there.
Wow.
Is the young T.J. Snowden on the carry. And now we got 4th and goal from the 10. What do? You got to send out Nick Ryan, don't you?
Again, talking about the wind, now here it comes back again where we can talk about it because this kick will be into the wind.
Stallions do use their last timeout. They have no timeouts left. Sorry. Keep going, Adam.
I was going to say here with the kick into the wind, that makes it a little bit tougher, but you talked about it. You trust the kid. This is a chance. This is an opportunity. This is where everybody on the team gets a chance to contribute.
27-yard kick.
Yep.
Ball sits on the far hash. It's on the right hash as they move from our right to our left. 150 left to go, and they are bringing out the junior, Nick Ryan. He's got enough leg. Leg isn't the issue.
Now he's on the far hash mark, so he'll be kicking this across his body, which is favorable for a right-footed kicker.
I would think so, and especially with the wind. Let's see.
Here we go.
Ball's going to be spotted right at the 16-yard line. This will be a 26-yarder for the junior. Waiting for the snap. There it is, a hold. It's good. It's kicked, and it's blocked, and it's picked up and down. It is picked up by Nick Ryan. He runs around, and he chips it back wide to Corey King, and now the ball's all the way up to the 45, and it's picked up. It's picked up, and it's been blown dead.
Right.
Oh, boy. Nick Ryan, don't ever do that again. Offensive line did not do a very good job at all of blocking that kick as the Stallions were all over it. Now Almighty Mo is on the Stallion side as they have the ball 1st and 10 from the 34.
From the 34, that's what you're talking about. We keep pushing, we keep tossing that ball back. We're giving them the favor of field possession right there because it's from where the spot is, from when they down it.
Right.
You don't want to give them any more yards.
Stallions have no timeouts. Celtics have 3. Now we got to have Mallory is the tight end. He's the man to watch here.
Yeah.
They have any plays to get him open. He's still favoring that ankle. He's taped his right ankle in the game. 5 wide, 3 to the bottom. There's a shotgun snap for Beck. He's looking for Mallory over the middle. He's waiting. He's got time. Fires high and incomplete. Closest guy. He was locked in on Mallory the whole time. Yep. And if I'm out there, that's who I look for too. But again, well covered there by Robert Rim.
Very well covered. Everybody in the backfield. He had time to throw. That's one thing. However, that goes to show you what's going on in the backfield. Everybody's covered. That's why he had to wait for so long to release that football.
Absolutely. Calvin Neal was the closest guy and feels like he should have had it. He's frustrated.
Yeah. 2nd
and 10, clock stops. 1:28 left to go. We are all knotted up at 33. The ball sits on the 33 of the Stallions. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the bottom. Mallory's to the right side. He's in the slot. That's where Beck looks. He's under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. He's got a man wide open. Cup, and it's over his head.
Wow.
He was wide open. His Isaac General is just gassed and could not run with Cup. That's a mismatch, and Cup's got to fix that. Isaac General is limping a little bit.
That play,
he got burned.
Used to run that with my dad when I was a kid. We call that for all the marbles. That's what that was, for all the marbles.
It's just a straight go route, 9 route, whatever you want to call
and
it.
He had him beat.
Sure
You're asking for an incredible throw, though, to be honest with you, down the sideline. You're talking, what is that, a 10?
Oh, it was a 45-yard
pass, yeah.
3rd and 10, 1:22 left to go. 5 wide, 3 to the bottom. Mallory's in the slot. Beck's under pressure. He rolls out to his right. He's going to keep it himself, and he's met right there at the 34-yard line.
Nowhere.
For no gain, maybe a gain of 1. Isaac General is there to make the tackle. They kept their containment.
Wow.
Clock rolls. The Stallions have no timeouts. Do the Celtics use one here? Let's see. 57 seconds. Looks like the Celtics want to play for overtime. Now, if I'm a Stallion, I don't mind a 5-yard penalty, even though their punter, that's how one of the scores the Celtics got, but they're going to come out and go for it.
Yeah.
5 wide receivers. This time they're all to the top with Mallory in the slot. 36 seconds left to go. He's under pressure, and he's sacked, and the ball's down, and it's out, and it's going to be Celtic football in great field position with 27 seconds left and 3 timeouts. Now, they are close to Nick Ryan field goal range.
Yeah.
I've seen him kick 54-yarders. It was 4th down, Brandon Dixon with the recovery, but it didn't really matter because it's a turnover on downs anyway. It'll be 1st and 10, Celtics ball on the 35-yard line. Questionable decision there by the head coach, Cup. He believes in his offense and has no faith whatsoever in your punter. Got to punt the football there.
That's what I think.
Got to punt the football there.
Or just get rid of that football if you're the quarterback. Get rid of that football sooner.
So here we go. The Celtics have an opportunity to win this football game. They haven't thrown the ball all day.
All game, man.
Red is back underneath in the quarterback position. He's in shotgun. The crowd's starting to get into it. 26.8 seconds left to go. Bruton's in the back. He's going to get it. He's got a hold to the right side. He turns upfield. He's hit up near the head after a gain of 5. And the Celtics are going to call a timeout with 19.2 seconds left to go.
Okay.
Ball sits on the 30. Now, let's rephrase things. Let's reset it up. Celtics cannot block, apparently, the extra point. We're getting a stat here. This could be good. 19.2 seconds left, 2nd and 5. Tony Bruton with another monster game.
Beautiful.
163 total yards of receiving. Incredible. Just a good football player. And then Corey King's had a massive game. King Red. They've got 0 passing yards. Now let's see if they get a little creative. They only have 19 seconds, but they do have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, 2 timeouts here.
You got to run the football and then hope you can block somebody on the extra point, which is amazing. You would think they would have done a better job on the extra points than they have. Red's in shotgun. He's going to give it to around to Robert Rim. He heads over to the right side. He's got a block. He's inside the 20-yard line. 1st down, Celtics timeout with 11 seconds left to go. That is a ball's right inside the 19. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 19, 11.7. 1 timeout left for the Celtics. They can run 1 more play, and then they got to make a decision unless they get in. Or out of bounds, I guess. Don't have a lot of time, but again, that was another one of those end-arounds where they gave it to Bruton. Bruton gave it to Rim, headed over that favorite right side.
Good play call on that overall.
Dixon and Kwiatkowski and all the big fellas over there. Folsom, Tibbetts. Do you kick a field goal?
I don't know.
You don't this play. Do you next play? If you don't score a touchdown, do you kick a field goal?
Or do you play for overtime?
You have to. You have to kick a field goal.
You got to play to win the game.
You got to play to win the game.
You play to win the game.
You got to kick a field goal. Now, let's remind everybody the Celtics were just down here at their 5, and the field goal was blocked. Here we go. King Red, shotgun formation. The wing is to the left. They're going to give it to Bruton. That's where he runs. Check that. That's Corey King, and he runs right up the middle for a gain of 4. 6.2 seconds left to go.
Correction.
Timeout called. Corey King.
Deuce is wild.
With a gain.
Here we go, buddy. So
on the play.
you were talking at 6.2 here. Do you kick it?
I kick it. You got to trust them. You got to tell your guys, step in and block. Step in and block.
Mm-hmm.
Good snap, good hold, win the game. Let's go home. Let's get on the bus.
Absolutely.
Let's go home. Because Brett's got to return the car in 20 minutes.
I tell you what,
if we go to overtime, just go.
Yeah, just go.
You can listen to it on the radio at 96.3.
I tell you what, man, this is it right here, huh? How about this? 6 seconds left in the game, and you got an opportunity here on the road. This is it.
So they're going to bring in the kicker after the timeout. The spot will be put down at the 24. This is a 34-yard kick. It's going to be on the right hash. Cohen is the holder. He looks for the snap. It's down. The kick is up. Is it good there? It's short. It was blocked at the line of scrimmage. But is there a flag on the play? No. No flags. That's the end of regulation. Tie ball game. Oh, there is a flag on the play. Let's see who it's on. Personal foul. Oh, on the Stallions. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic play, one untimed down. Wow, that is rough. I don't know who it was on, but the stands are going crazy. Nick Ryan gets new life now. This ball is going to move into the extra point range.
Wow.
The ball is still in the right hash.
Wow.
The ball will be kicked from the 15-yard line. This will be a 25-yarder. The last one was partially blocked. Here we go again. Nick Ryan, the junior. There's the snap. Good one. It's up. And Nick Ryan puts it through. And the Celtics win with no time on the clock.
Hey.
Wow, they said it no good. How is that no good?
Was it good? It was wide.
Good.
It was wide.
I don't know. How was that no good? Which way did it miss?
It's where we're looking.
My newspaper guy was out the door. He had to come back, sit down. How was that no good? Oh.
Was it wide?
He missed it. Not sure
how. Wide right?
The Celtics were going crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how that wasn't good. But they're calling it no good. The officials are communicating. They're having a little summit. Coach Sturdivant's inside the hash, wanting an extra reason. Cone's to his side, asking for an explanation because Cone, usually you look at the holder, he'll tell you. He had his arm raised. But they're going to say it's no good, so let's talk about the last 30 seconds. Phantom. We had a phantom call of unsportsmanlike conduct. Move the play up. Yeah, you should go.
Yeah, you should go, buddy.
So now Brett's going to go take our car back so we can get into our plane and go home at some point. So now they're saying that kick was no good. I want to see the replay on that thing. But we're going to go into overtime. It's new ball game. Unbelievable turn of events here as Corey King and his counterpart on the other side, the running back French, are going to come out for the captains.
Now let's explain.
How is that not good? I think they're still talking about whether or not that kick was good.
I don't know.
I really do. I mean, Adam, I've been in some controversial calls. I remember the state championship in 1997 where Dante Culpepper and the Vanguard Knights went down, and till this day, I have people come up to me and say, that was good, who are standing on the field. And we are in the same situation. I guess they're explaining the rules of overtime.
Right, which I was going to...
But the refs are still talking. I'm confused.
Correction, each team will start at the 20-yard line.
I am guessing that the field goal was no good. They're going to... Each team will get a possession at the 20, and at the end of that 20, whoever has the most points wins. They get 4 downs to get a first down or a touchdown, and we'll see how it goes. Just 33-0. Unbelievable football game. So here we go. You always want the ball last in these situations just to see what the other team does so you know if you need to go for it on 4th down. And neither team can kick a field goal. Unbelievable. So both coaches are out there. They're talking about it. I guess they're not talking about the kick anymore.
Boy, oh boy.
Man, I can't believe that.
I guess you had to be
It looked good.
I guess you had to be underneath the post.
I don't know. It looked good. The wind was, I don't know.
If anything, the wind's helping you in that. That's why I thought it tucked it inside.
Advantage in overtime, Adam,
Yeah.
Stallions.
Yep.
They have fewer players that play both ways.
Yeah.
Celtics, there's 8 of them
Yeah.
play both ways.
On
Fatigue,
offense, Stallions.
on the road.
That tight end, how they've spread the field, the pass.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know where the yard markers are going because you still can get a first down. So they're talking, a lot of talking.
Wow.
Summit down there. Let's see who won the toss. So if you're just joining us, 33-0 here in Jacksonville as the Celtics are playing the Stallions from Providence School. The Celtics are going to go from our left to our right because that's the way I cannot see. And they're going to get the football first. So Stallions won the toss and deferred. So they're going to play defense first. The Celtics, let's be clear, their offense needs to score, and then let's let their defense play football.
Absolutely.
They've had 2 possessions inside the 20 and have come away with 0 points here in the last 15 real minutes. Unbelievable. I thought that point was good. Woo, this is exciting. So, the Celtics are going to move from our left to our right. They're going to get the football at the 20. I'm sorry, the 10.
Yep.
10. That's right. They're going to start at the 10. And I haven't seen a high school overtime game in like 15 years. This is fun. 2 well-played games. Celtics offense played better than I expected them to in some forms, and the Celtics defense is not. So Celtics come to the line. They're going to run the wishbone again to the right side. The running back is going to be Corey King. Shotgun snap for King, red. As Corey King goes and moves in the option, it to him to the right side. He gets a block. He's at the 10. Hey, but hits the pylon! Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Great run there on the right side by Corey King. Inches away from the goal line. And my head is sticking outside. I'm basically yelling at the fans in the top row here.
Boy, I tell you what, I love that play call. Everything going to that one side. You got nothing but blockers up front. Execution was real well there. Boy, I thought he had that pylon. I thought he was in.
This is going to come down to an extra point.
We thought a lot of things tonight. Wrong in all of them, buddy.
Shotgun formation. Again, King to his right. They're going to run the same play, but Red keeps it, puts his head down. Touchdown, Celtics!
There it is.
To take the lead, 39-33, with the first possession of the first possession of the overtime.
That's what you want. That's
so now the Stallions will get the ball first and 10, same play.
Absolutely.
After the all-important extra point. Wow, you got to think back when the Celtics went for 2.
Yeah.
I still don't know how that ball missed. I don't know. So, Ryan's going to come in to kick the extra point. The ball, of course, will be placed at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 20-yard extra point.
Wind at his back.
Wind is at his back. Good call. And there's the snap. It's a good one. Hold is up. Kick is up. And this time there is no doubt about it as Nick puts his foot in that one. Carries he's got a great foot. I don't know how he missed it, but that extra point is big.
Huge.
So now it's 40-33.
And this is where you want it. You want it to come down to the defense. This is what we've talked about the last 2 weeks is the Trinity Catholic defense. They got a chance to win this football game. Offense did what they needed to do, and they did it first. Now it's up to this defense. Let's see what they got.
Now inside the 10-yard line, it kind of changes your plays and makes it easier to cover that all-world wide receiver, flanker, tight end guy, Mallory.
No matter how you spread the field, it's still short.
Yep. So Beck is going to go underneath the center. Now he drops back into a split backfield, and he's going to be in shotgun formation. Cup is to the left. Mallory's to the right. They don't like the football they have, so they're going to get a new one. I don't know.
I think that's the football that went through at the end of regulations. They want to get that off the field.
Maybe it's the football's fault. All right, so here we go. First and goal from the 10 for the Stallions. Beck drops back. He fires to Mallory on a flat, on a go route, and it is incomplete. Not a very well thrown ball. Well covered, 2nd and 10.
Everything high on that. It was a high snap, high throw, and pretty well covered there. I don't know how he could have fit that ball, and I think that's what they were playing for, just a jump ball overall.
Yeah, Robert Rim, such a good defensive back, great quarterback. He'll play at the next level. He's getting looked at by a couple of small schools. That's a great matchup between those two. One of them 6'5", one of them 6 foot, though. That's the big deal. All right, shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top. Beck looks to the right. He's going to keep it run right up the middle. He's in the end zone almost. He stretches ahead, but he's going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Great quarterback draw there. Good call as they saw Calvin Neal, that middle linebacker, just clear the area trying to cover on that Mallory on the slant. Well-designed play there.
Yeah.
3rd and goal from the 1. And now the 50 cheerleaders are going to run to the goal line and start screaming. And there's 50 of them. All right, we are in overtime. Celtics scored on their first possession. I formation. They're going to go quick. They're going to give it to the fullback, and he's met in the backfield. Puts his head down, but gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And now the fun begins.
Here we go.
We had little doubt that they were going to score. I had little doubt they were going to score.
Right.
But can they kick an extra point, or do they go for 2?
And boy, at the beginning of the game, we talk about will special teams be a big deal. Yeah. Overall, it has. It has.
I go for 2. If I'm the Stallions, I go for 2. But they're going to bring in Young, who's missed 2 already tonight.
Number 17, Jacob Young.
Woo. Here it is. It comes down to an extra point. I think I said that like an hour and a half ago.
I'd be cautious overall for a little fake action here, just in
Waiting
case.
for the snap. The snap is there. It is blocked. And the Celtics win on the blocked extra point. Mr. Lewis jumped the line of scrimmage and blocked the kick. He literally took the ball out of the snapper's hands. Celtics go on the road on a 2-hour road trip to keep the winning streak alive. They're now 4-3, and they win the football game. That was a game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. And there's more conversation after the game. I think the coaches want to know how he can jump the lineman, because I'm pretty sure he jumped the lineman. No?
No.
Just went right through
it.
Beautiful play. I'll tell you what, Jordan Lewis is a stud. He has done that more times than we can count. So, hey, thank you very much.
Very much, bud.
So, here we are, the final score.
Wow.
From Selman Field.
Wow.
Celtics, 39. Was it 40? I don't remember. It's 40.
40 to 39.
40 to 39 is your final.
They took that score down quick.
Yeah, we're going to come back and wrap it up here in a second. But you are listening to Trinity Catholic Football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax, quality cars, outlet prices.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy, and there are plenty of ways to tell how you might be a redneck. For instance, if your truck is bigger than the Bloodmobile, but your house isn't, you might be a redneck. But if you have a heart as big as a Bloodmobile, you might just be a life-saving blood donor. Seriously, I am a Life South blood donor, and I encourage you to give blood too. Patients in our community rely on Life South blood to save their lives. Call 888-795-2707 or visit www.lifesouth.org for donor center and blood drive information. Remember, the life you save might be a redneck you're related to. Thanks.
Big sigh of relief for the Trinity Catholic Celtics here at Providence School, Selman Field. What a football game we just witnessed, Adam.
Wow. You couldn't have asked for anything. Anything.
We had
better.
it all.
Everything.
I mean, I think we had it all.
You wanted a chance for the game to end on regulation with a kick. We still have to review the film just to double check everything. But before that, we had an opportunity, but a kick that was blocked by the Stallions to give them an opportunity to score before the end of the game. But overall, that's everything you look for on both sides of the football from Trinity. That's everything you look for in an opponent to play this late in the season, to come on the road. You want something that's going to build some character. At the end of the day, you want the W, and that's what we got. And that's what you ride home with for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And down 3-1, that's a much better drive.
Going through Lottie it just got a lot easier for the Trinity Catholic Celtics. And I mean, let's kind of recap the game. A typical Celtic win, and what I mean by that is Tony Bruton, 164 yards, 163 yards rushing. Red controlled the offense, kept it when he needed to keep it, including that last touchdown.
Wow.
Defense made plays when they had to make plays.
Absolutely.
Jordan Lewis continues, when the game's on the line, he somehow rises up and makes a play. None bigger than that, because let's be clear, what this game meant, Trinity winning it keeps them in the playoff hunt.
Yeah.
They lose it, they're not in the playoff hunt.
They're not in it.
And it's that kind of game because of the way that their region works. It's a scoring system, and you have to be, because of their 3 losses, no matter how good those 3 losses are, and because of their automatic win, they got taken away by the rain out by Mount Dora. Because of the hurricane, they're in trouble if they don't win this football game.
Yep.
But they somehow found a way to win. And what a beautiful football game that was at the end.
Wow.
At the last 5 minutes of this football game was as exciting as you get.
And we couldn't have said how an outcome would have been. If you would have said overtime, I would have said you're crazy. There's 4 minutes left, and both teams have an opportunity to score before the end of regulation.
That was a 5-minute drive to end the football game.
Yep.
The Celtics got the ball, and hats off to Coach Sturdivant. He was like, we're going to go slow, we're going to go slow, we're going to go slow. They get the 4th down. They have a 35-yard kick. It's blocked. There's a personal foul. They move it 15 yards closer.
Wow, that was huge.
Then the kick is up, and the whole Celtics bench went crazy. The holder, who has an incredible view, went crazy. People are ripping off their helmets, and then all of a sudden it's no good.
Right.
And then you go into overtime. The Celtics get the ball first.
Yeah.
And they score, and they put all that pressure on the Stallions. Stallions score because Beck is a football player, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that name, because I think you're going to hear some things about Carson Beck. He's playing behind the Jaguars head coach's son, who tore his ACL. That kid's a player.
Wow.
And you throw it to Mallory, they've got some studs on this football team. Celtics got to feel good.
You got to feel good. You talked about it, athletes for the Stallions,
sure.
and they showed up. There wasn't, they left everything out on the field. There, it's funny because you break it down into a few near misses here and there, maybe a penalty that isn't called, a penalty that is called, and it's a whole different football game. It's a whole different outcome. Oh man! And you mentioned these athletes that, like you said, Trinity Catholic's got to feel pretty good.
Yes.
On defense, in the beginning, they were surprised. Wow, okay, there's athletes here, they can play. And the adjustments that they made in the second half to contain, we talked about in the first half, can they contain them? They're getting pressure in the backfield. But at the end of the day, when the defense needed to step up, they did. Boy, did they.
Ooh, big players, big moments, big time come through. And Jordan Lewis saved the day with that blocked extra point to win the football game.
Yep.
And that's not something you hear every day, but that's exactly what happened. Special teams, it came down to it. Yeah. I really thought that the Celtics should dominate this game. They just didn't.
When you mention special teams, think back a couple huge moments, and one of them being the punt that was it Corey King?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, was that
Robert
Rim picks up and darn near walks into the end zone.
What a fluky play!
A fluky play.
That seems like it was yesterday.
That gives you That gives you a touchdown now that they didn't see coming.
Yeah, it was their 20th point. Yeah. What happened was they kicked it. Ball landed. It was a horrible kick. Landed after about 25 yards. Took a 15-yard balance back, and then it was touched by a Stallion player The Celtics pick it up, run it into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Rim untouched. Amazing play.
Amazing heads-up play. That just shows you the wherewithal, the mindset. Hey, that's a smart play. You can't teach that other than just, hey, stay focused, stay alert. But have the mentality to pick that football up, run into the end zone, and next thing you know, everybody's shocked.
Yeah.
And we're the ones up by 7.
Oh, amazing. Every way you could score, one of these teams scored that way.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'll give you a name to remember, and that's Mallory.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this kid's going to Miami. He's a senior. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
He is fast.
Yeah.
And he can play.
And actually, since you mentioned him again, I want to talk about the penalty that he had with the leap. Something we were taught that we thought really wasn't a big deal was put into effect 2 years ago, we heard.
Yeah.
Where we're talking like 5 to 7 foot vertical over one of our, yeah.
The guy came down, just to recap the play.
Yeah.
One of the defenders, I think it was Corey King, came down to take out his legs.
Yep.
Right? You don't want a shot to the head. So he hurdles him. But before he could even chop him, he literally hurdled him.
He hurdled him 4th down and hurdled him past the yardage marks to get the first down.
And then they called it back, 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Again, it was just that kind of a game.
It took the momentum out of that drive for the Stallions.
Sure.
You're 4th down, you had a great play, and then all of a sudden they got pushed back 15 yards on that, and then they're scratching from there, and then we got the ball, and it was up to the offense to